And hello, you beautiful bastards, and welcome to my so-called show. And tonight we're talking great bad things happening in little communist Asian town. Sorry, Big Trouble in Little China. I do apologize, but God, I'm in such a fucking good mood because rewatching this movie, God knows how many times to get my notes, has been a total show, but also a joyful show as well because this movie is just so fucking ridiculous. And in case anyone who doesn't know what this movie is, it's a crazy kung fu fantasy fucking action comedy with Kurt Russell as this bumbling truck driver who thinks he's the hero but really is the sidekick. And it's so good. You got James Hong as the villain, who's kind of this weird demon ghost thing, and he's got this weird thing going on. He's got a really hot Kim Cattrall, everything. It's so good. The fights are great, the comedy is great, it's so clever, it's so dumb, it's so bonkers, and it's so fun to watch. But and introducing my panel, the opposites outside man. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. Evening all. Yeah, thanks for this one, mate. I mean, would you believe I hadn't seen this movie for 40 years?
For really that
Yeah,
long?
that
That was
long.
like since it came out.
Yep. Yeah. That was the last time I saw this movie. But there are so many parts of it that are so memorable, I mean, it is such a memorable movie. Um, it's weird because uh, it was never really my go-to Carpenter movie, but I've since kind of reappraised it. I didn't dislike it when it first came out, but yeah, watching this again, holy shit, what a movie!
It
What a
is.
movie!
I mean, it really is as well. And obviously, it did not do well at the box office because that's the 80s. If you're John Carpenter, you make a good film, it's not going to do fucking well. But God knows it's gonna get a whole new life on home video,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
time is going to be a lot kinder to it as well. So yeah,
Mm, mm.
so before we do jump into Big Trouble in Little China, yeah, I got to ask her when was the first time we came into knowledge of this when we watched this, and I think I was a teenager, maybe 13 when I first saw this. I'd never heard of it before. I don't know why, because I liked Kurt Russell, obviously in Tango and Cash already, and it was my stepdad as well from years back as well. Big Trouble in Little China. You got to watch this. Then he tapes it. I watch it the next day. I'm like, what the fuck, man? This is really daft. This is so crazy. But I don't know why I didn't watch it until a few more years later. But God, I think I just loved it more the second time round, and I've just loved it more and more every time I've watched it. So yeah, so Lord Talk, Inside Man, first time you saw this movie then, which was 40 years ago, was at the
It
cinema, I'm
was
guessing.
that was the first time I saw it. Yeah, I took my little brother to see it because I mean, he was only 9 at the time, so I was 19, and I yeah, I took him along because he was a big Kurt Russell fan, and the reason he was a big Kurt Russell fan is because I constantly used to show him as a kid. I used to show him Escape from New York and The Thing. So by the time we got round to this, it's like, yeah, will you take me to see it? So yeah, I took him to see it, and he's loved this ever since. He's bought every single version of this movie that's ever come out, whichever medium it's been out on. So yeah, and that was the very first time I saw it.
Yeah, because it's a movie that has fun with its premise as
Yeah,
well.
it does.
It
Yeah.
knows it's ridiculous. I mean, I don't
Mm.
know how much of the mythology in this is actually accurate to Chinese mythology, but I don't care. I don't care. It's just
No, I
fun.
don't care.
The movie just has fun with how bonkers it goes. Yeah, Lord
Yeah.
Toxic. So first time you saw this or came into knowledge of this movie.
Yeah, so when I was a kiddo, I used to watch Siskel and Ebert at the movies every weekend religiously, and they reviewed this. So I'd have been about 8 or 9, maybe give or take, right around there, 86. So yeah, I'd been about 8 or 9, depending on what month it is. And I was like, "This, I've got to see this," and immediately went and begged my mother, "Please, can we please go?" Um, she was like, "No, that looks too violent. I'm not going to take you to go see violent stuff. Go get me another beer." I get a date coming over. So I was like, no. My mom was not a big fan of going to the movies because she couldn't smoke in the movie theater, even back then in Florida.
Wow.
So yeah. So that's why she didn't really want to go. So you'd want to take 2 hours off from offing herself with nicotine. So I was like, oh man. So my dad came to visit and I was like begging him, can we please go? And he was like, yeah, I love Kurt Russell. Let's go. And then he's like, oh, daddy's a little too drunk to drive this weekend, buddy. We're not going to go to the theater. We'll go fucking fishing instead. And I was like, no. But you know, hey, life's all about disappointment. But when it came out on HBO the following year in 87, as movies did back then, man, they had this playing 24/7, and let me tell you that I watched it almost every single time it came on. Like, I was just obsessed with this movie. I was running around trying to grow a mullet out, wearing a tank top, tucking it into my jeans. I always thought the Lightning character was one of the coolest characters. That's the character. I think I told you on my Mortal Kombat stream that, you know, that's the character I love to play the most, is that character. This is just an epic film. And as I've gotten older, to kind of caveat on what the drinker says about this movie, because he loves it too, I've changed my outlook on it. I like it for different reasons now. But yeah, saw it on cable for the first time. I was chomping at the bit, waiting for watching the TV guide for when it was going to premiere on HBO, and premiere it did, and probably the summer of 87, I'd guess. And I've seen it. I can't even tell you how many times. I've watched it 2 times in the last 3 days since we talked about doing this. So, and I can never get tired of watching it. I can never. I mean, I know it's tiresome of other people to watch it with me, because I am I will quote every single line from the movie. So I know it's pretty. They're like, Jesus, shut the hell up, Talks. But yeah, it's just such a great film.
Yeah, it's incredibly quotable. Like, hello, fuck it.
But it's I mean, I would argue that this is right. Okay, it's not my favorite John Carpenter film, but I think it's, production-wise, it is the best and most cinematic John Carpenter movie. I think it's the best made movie that John Carpenter has ever done. This is a more I mean, not just an homage movie, but you know, this is definitely it has all the appearance of a proper Hollywood movie compared to everything else that he's done.
Yeah, I mean, it is visually beautiful as well. I mean, even when it goes to the really dirty streets, the alleyways of Chinatown, it looks amazing. I mean, it's got those I like to call them dirty 80s alley streets. Visuals anyway.
I've known a few dirty 80s alleys in my time.
Yeah, the 80s really somehow capture that sort of lived-in look, doesn't it? And even the fucking temple's like a weird 80s nightclub. Looks more like an 80s nightclub than an actual temple, because he's got a fucking escalator. How the hell why has he got a fucking escalator on his temple?
Because he's low pan, that's why. You do not need to know everything, Northern English bastard. My low pan has an escalator.
Yeah, you're not put on this earth to get it.
But isn't it a fast film? It's an incredibly fast-paced film. There's so much in this movie.
And the thing is, it kind of has like scenes of exposition done, which can kill a movie, but they sort of like still have fun with it, don't they? I mean, you got X-Shen sort of delivering all this exposition on the black water of the hell, and on the upside down where everything went wrong, and he still manages to still be very likable and feel like a fleshed out character, despite the fact all this dialogue is exposition dumps.
Almost everything is exposition, but it's done in such an irreverent way, in such a self-deprecating way.
Well, it's because our protagonist is a know-nothing know-it-all. And that's like that compilation of Jack asking questions. It's like he never shuts up with his questions in the whole movie. Who is that? Where are we going? What does that say?
I know. I mean, fucking even Margot kind of talks a little exposition. He's like, "Lo Pan, the guy who owns the Oriental Bank and the Wing Kong export, the one who's been a recluse for 13 years and no one's ever laid eyes."
I mean, it's so brilliantly done, and it is that that sort of irreverence for its own material that makes it so good. It isn't one of these movies that is, it's not playing it for laughs, but it's certainly not trying to be completely serious. I think
Yeah.
it's
I know,
just
and
exactly what
yeah,
it
and
is.
all the actors are playing it dead serious. I mean,
Mm,
Dennis
mm.
Thorne and everything, because he's kind of got that youthful sort of like wad-eyed innocence to him as well, but he's a very capable fighter. But
Yeah,
Jack is almost kind of the more relatable because he's acting how we would act if we saw all this shit.
Yeah.
Because we'd be like, "What the hell?" We got a crumbly old man who's looking for a broad for 2,000 years. Give me a break, man. It's like, it's kind of, it's understandable. He's just about him thinking that.
yeah. I mean, he's the complete skeptic, isn't he? And he's still kind of marveling at what's going on all the way through.
Yeah, but he still comes through, though. He still comes through for his friend. I mean, he still tries to take on these guys he knows he has no fucking chance of going against there. But and he gets his ass handed to him plenty of times, but he still keeps going.
Yeah.
I think the reason this movie works so well, besides the fact that Kurt Russell's amazing charisma,
definitely,
which cannot be, I just can't. It can't be understated how he just carries this movie with his charm and charisma. This movie, to caveat on what Inside Man said, this movie knows exactly what it is, and it makes no apologies for it.
Yeah.
This movie, it knows when to ride that line between like a little bit of spooky, mystical horror, a little bit of that, just enough. Because I mean, I remember as a kid, my little sister getting, creeped the fuck out by that Guardian eyeball thing like that. That scared the living shit out of her.
Oh no, what is that? What the hell is that?
It's got some dark elements, but it's at the same time, you never really worry too much that the good guys are going to overcome. It's one of those movies. I mean, it's just so with the neon lights in there, and I'm so glad they decided to do this set in the 80s in Chinatown over a truck, modern day, as opposed to the original idea of Jack in the Old West,
the Western,
the old Western Chinatown looking for his horse. That I can't. I mean, in another bizarro world, I would be kind of intrigued to see what that's like. But at the same time, and I think it speaks to the fact that you have little elements of that still peppered in there.
Especially with the Oriental Railroad work, because when Egg Shen is sort of giving the tour guide an exposition, which watching this again is kind of good subtext hinting that this guy's been around for maybe a long time.
That is what I took from that's what I took from it as well. Also, the little winks at the audience with the Pork Chop Express. And the one bad guy that's got the 6 shooters. The fact that Jack talks a lot like John Wayne.
Yeah.
Right? Hey there, Pilgrim. Let me tell you something. He gives that really like a lot. Like he plays into that a lot. And I love it. I love it for all those reasons and more.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of reminds me a little bit of, you guys probably won't know what I'm talking about here, but I don't know whether you've ever seen any of the 1940s Charlie Chan movies or any of the Fu Manchu movies at all.
I don't like this is the only Asian cinema I care for. I don't care for Asian cinema or Asians in general. It's that whole fighting several land wars against them that
thank you for the $2 to American dollars Darth Plato. That is greatly appreciated. And he's from San Francisco, and it's a documentary. So, shut up, Matt, David Dredd, Joshua Flores, Darth Plato, and
shut up, Matt.
Cosmic Holder, and David Dredd. Welcome. Glad to see you on here. Yeah, Jack Burton, that's me. Yeah,
present.
Yeah, present. Yeah, you gotta love James Hong as well. He's obviously having the a fucking ball in this movie. I think the only time he comes across a little bit menacing is when he introduces himself as the Lopan, not as the old man Lopan, but the more ghostly demon Lopan. When he's sprouting exposition to Kim Cattrall's character, Grace Ula's another one who's really hamming it up, and you can tell she's just enjoying herself. We got our best men in there stirring the pots.
Did this come out the same year as Golden Child?
I think it might have done.
Oh God, what a
because James Hong was in that, and so was the guy playing Egg Shen. They're both in Golden Child.
Oh shit! I think James Hong might be. I'm trying to think which one it was. I know the guy who played Egg Shen is. Water isn't pure. Even you, but what are you?
I want the knife. Please. That's a great double feature. Golden Child and Big Trouble in Little China. That's an excellent double feature. Hey, you got a super chat already. I don't get super chats on my show.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, Artie. How you doing, man? Thank you for the $10. Unless it is going to Top 6 Show, who knows? So look, no, I'm just double checking. You're not checking my fucking super chat show. So can't join you today. So here's the check that's in the mail. A fun film from a different era. This is Subversion done right, because until he kills Lopan at the end, Jack Burton is just a comedy sidekick. Yeah, because
I agree, but here's the beauty of it. I agree with RT and Zed, but this is what's great about it. Jack doesn't know he's the sidekick. He's the main character.
Well, it kind of goes back to the Elmore Leonard thing where the characters are funny, but they don't realize the joke is on them. So
I mean, he's completely oblivious to that. Totally oblivious.
He's so kind of like egotistical and arrogant and full of himself, and he gets his ass handed to him, but you still love him because he still comes through. He still rescues the hostages, everything. He still goes into battle with his friends, even before he realizes that he can drink this potion that makes him feel a little bit invincible, like he can take on everything. And that gets played as a joke as well, doesn't it? It's like it's almost like you're watching a video game movie and someone's just entered God mode into the characters. Climax. So case in point, when they're exchanging, which guns do you? Make you feel like Dirty Harry. It's like, I'll stick to this. But then we'll get into the beginning now. Anyway, let's get these slides up, and I think I am in agreement with John Carpenter on the beginning scene. Where is it? Come on, let's bring it up. Okay, should be it. And oh shit, where is that not showing up?
What's going on, Mr. E?
Oh wait, here we go. Yeah, see if we can get this up and share it. Because I don't full screen. I've got a minimum screen now, so I can share it. Here we go. So not showing up. Here we go. So I am in agreement with John Carpenter about this scene because we've got this attorney that's trying to take into account everything that's just happened. He's having to answer for all this, and they're trying to look for Jack Burton because he disappeared. And he's like, "You leave Jack Burton alone. We owe him a great debt. He has done enough." And because we've just seen Lopan try to sort of like get the fuck out of Chinatown on vacation. Oh, sorry, he says. I assume he's just getting the fuck out of there before the police show up. So, and this kind of proves it. But you don't need it. You don't need this scene.
Right.
And did they put it in because they thought Jack Burton looks a little bit too bumbling and they wanted to make him look heroic against John Carpenter's wish? I can't remember now.
Or could it just be, we need to just kind of prepare the audience, for what this is actually going to be about. I think that's probably the best shout, that one. Trying to make him look like more of a hero.
Well, originally this scene, Northern, was not. They were supposed to open up with Jack arriving in Chinatown in media res. This book ended, several weeks later type exposition scene was originally not in the thing, but people were confused about what was going on, so they popped this in here. And I'm not a big fan of that with rewrites and stuff, but I feel like this works. This tells you exactly what you're about to watch.
Without telegraphing
it. too
It
much.
does have weight, I'll
Yeah.
give it that. But then again, if they lost it, would the film be any more different? Would it be better? Would it be worse? But I do still like Egg Shen in this as well. I like how he's just saying all this ridiculous stuff dead seriously, and the lawyer is very skeptical, but then he
Yeah.
starts flashing the lightning from his hands. It's like, that's how it starts. Very smooth. And
I'm
then
always
we get-
I'm always a big fan in supernatural type movies or TV show where a supernatural element is introduced into a, you know,
Real world.
in a
kind of-
real world thing that it just doesn't really belong. Because I mean, who's
Yeah.
going to think while someone's being voir dired in a lawyer's office during a deposition that they're going to fucking put their hands together and make mystical fucking Chinese black magic lightning? You know, like who would think that that would be? You know what I mean? And then that gives you it's almost like I don't know if you guys are fans of Game of Thrones, but you know, having the White Walkers pop in and then just disappear for pretty much the rest of the season. You know, I do like that, just kind of like put it in your mind, because we don't see anything else really spooky or crazy in here for another 20 minutes or so. It's basically just
still,
go ahead.
Yeah, because we're still kind of building up this character, and this is where we are introduced to Jack Burton as well. So he's basically just he's a stereotypical American, isn't he? Just sort of working class American who's a little bit full of himself, and he loves he kind of loves the sound of his own voice. You know, that's
He
what we
does.
get from him. Yeah,
He really does.
Yeah,
This
he's
is
like
Jack Burton talking to anyone who's listening. Can you imagine some guy that's just trying to use his CB for like practical purposes? Back then, it's like, look, man, I'm trying to find out which bridge is closed over near I-95. Can you shut the fuck up for a little bit?
It kind of does give a little bit of context into his character, whereas like I told my last wife, it says, "Honey, I never drive faster than I can see. Beside that, it's all in the reflexes." So he's obviously not had he's not really he's not really great with relationships, is he? Because he refers to all you guys that got your ex-nagging wife on your case, and but he seems to have been working his job for a long time. He's been all over the country, whatever. Maybe he's been in other places, who knows? But he's kind of, again, this little outlook where he talks about, I mean, your man would have to be a fool to think you're alone in the universe. But he does have his kind of philosophies. They may be a little bit prude, a little bit maybe not as refined as most philosophies most people have. But it's his, though. It's his.
I mean, I could read a whole Bible of Jack Burtonisms. You know, I want to see Jack Burton and Dalton from and James Dalton from Roadhouse like collab and like make just a Bible of manly, fucking sayings. You know, it's like,
I know.
Dude, why is Lance going fucking live in 30 minutes? Bruh.
I thought you were going to be jumping on, Lance. You said you'd want to jump on. You're disappointed.
Oh.
He said he might jump on later because I don't know if he's doing this thing and he's doing that, but he said he wants to jump on later because he wants to show off his tickets, everything. So and he's hooking battle. So, yeah. But yeah, he's obviously. I love how he's just sort of talking about these things like the hypothetical, but you probably have an idea that this has happened, but maybe not as glamorous or cool as he's made it out to be. Like, this is with a wild-eyed 8-foot-tall maniac grabs your neck, taps the back of your favorite head up against a barroom wall, and he looks you crooked in the eye, and he asks you if you paid your dues. You just stare that big sucker right back in the eye, and you remember what old Jack Burton always says at a time like that. Have you paid your dues, Jack? Yes, sir. The check is in the mail. I really had to fucking copy and paste that because with my shit memory, I would have fucked that up real bad. But I'm glad I got it. I'm glad I got it. So
yeah.
So yeah, he's supposed to be delivering the pork chops, but I'm thinking maybe he's slacking. Maybe he is slacking off, or maybe there's just no really. There's not really much of a schedule for him to head back anyway, so he's probably just enjoying himself now because he's gambling with these guys for like all night, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it does. It's a good little introduction as well, and this is where we meet Wang, who's we found out he's good friends with as well. He's a Californian, just like him, and they've met each other probably in different places because they're both truck drivers themselves, and he's kind of a sore loser, isn't he? But you kind of see his desperation. Why? Because he's been saving up money to bring his Mao Ying back as well. And but then again, you're gambling money that you should be saving up, mate. You kind of fucked up there. But this
I
is
like
where
to
it
think
goes.
that. Well,
Yeah.
in defense of him, of Wang, I like to think that he probably was like, hey, when you get into town, let's go grab a drink. And then Jack talked him into this shit because
Yeah,
you
Jack
know what I
probably
mean?
did. Yeah.
I can tell you that I am definitely that friend where I pop into town irregularly and see somebody I haven't seen in a while, and they're like, yeah, hey, let's go grab a drink, and then all of a sudden, we're out till 6 o'clock in the morning. So I'm 100% that friend. Be forewarned, my two English friends. If I pop into
I
London,
knew that already before you
All
said.
right.
You just know. I've known enough guys like that to know which one is which. So.
Yeah. So I like to think that. I also like, as I've learned more stuff about this film, both in research for your show and then for mine, was that they originally wanted to have Jackie Chan playing this role because he was the better martial artist. But his acting and his English, as we know, is not super great. And it's never really gotten better. So
No, it hasn't.
I can't even imagine what 1980s Jackie Chan sounded like.
Yeah. I save money
yeah.
for my yin, and I love her very much. I do.
I do. But I definitely think as far as acting, what is this guy's name? Is this guy's
Dennis
name?
Dunn, yeah.
Dennis Dunn. I think he's a great actor. And I think his martial arts stuff is great. I don't have any qualms with it. I'm sure some of it is, or maybe even a lot of it is camera tricks and stunt doubles and stuff, but I don't really care about that. Doesn't really bother me so much. I'd much prefer the acting be good. And this guy, unlike most Asians, he can emote very well. Like you know what I mean? I don't feel like I'm looking at a wax figure that's like mildly sleepy. He actually like makes me invested in his struggles and the things that he's saying. When he's scared or angry or whatever, I'm like, are you you really are angry and scared and like that. He doesn't have that just sort of usual Asian pensive look, like like a fuck doll that's been like thrown in a corner too many times. So I like that. I wish it's probably he's probably mixed race. I bet he's probably like probably what it is.
Like that one, huh? Well, me so Sally. Oh, so. What's he gonna do next? The flapping dickie. Uh-oh, I'm losing him. Time for the A material. Hey! Also, me like the fly lice. Me flap a dicky wrong time.
That's right. I'm here to bring as much anti-Asian Anglo hate as I can. Even on Big Trouble Little China, which I profess to love. It's still gonna happen.
I was gonna say he has a wild-eyed innocence, but that'll be is that offensive? I don't know.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Oh man, you just made my bruised ribs hurt. That wide-eyed is that's funny.
I forgot about them.
I do love this little I love this. Seems so ridiculous to me when I was a kid. I'm like, there's no fucking way he's gonna chop a bottle in half. But as we learn later, the dude's basically a ninja. So I mean, it is possible that I would have liked a payoff for it, like later on, like when they're celebrating and shit. Spoiler. Him to actually, hey, let me show you the bottle trick. You know what I mean? Like when everything's cool. I would have liked to have seen that.
Because he's so focused on Mao Yin and she's coming. It's like, yeah, my spirit is like north and south. It's out of focus, and you think,
Jack's look like, okay, whatever. Let's go get my money. I don't give a shit about your bullshit.
And I don't like the fact that he actually he's like, no, you're not going to use this bottle. You're going to use this bottle, and he drinks out of it just to sort of make sure he's not trying to scam him, isn't he? Which I kind of like. I like the fact they're friends, but there's still that little pettiness between them because he's been a very fucking sore loser and he's trying to win his money back. And but I think even though it doesn't pay off later on the bottle, it does set up the all in the reflexes thing though, which comes
right. It does
really, it fucking when it happens, it's fucking awesome, man. But They have good chemistry, though. They do sound like two guys hanging out. They kind of got their little squabbles, but you can still see there is sort of this loyalty, respect towards each other as well, even though he's a little suspicious of him, because they keep sort of bitching in the morning about who's going to take what truck and who's going to follow. But it's like, you know what? Come in my truck. And it's like, hey, I thought you were going to follow me. And it's like, well, yeah, well, then I came to my senses. And
yeah.
Isn't it strange, though, that, they have these kinds of interactions where you think that they're at odds with each other, but it really denotes an extremely close relationship that they've got.
Yeah,
it's weird, isn't it? I mean, you kind of realize, well, hang on a minute, these guys are actually very, very close with each other. They're that comfortable with each other that they can speak to each other this way.
Yeah.
And I really
I would have liked a little bit more. If I had written it, I probably would have had Wang fuck with Jack a little bit more, because he just kind of he's very, I mean, I guess given the situation, because he needs Jack's help so many times. I guess it's one of those things where he does kind of, act like he's deferring to him and things like that. So I probably would have, if I had written it, I probably would have done a little bit more 48 hours type stuff and, thrown in some racial slurs. Can you imagine? Can you imagine Nick Nolte playing the Jack Burton role? Ah, damn it, Wang, you fucking zipperhead. I done told you. I want my truck back. We went to go pick up your slant-eyed bitch, and all this trouble come down on me. Son of a bitch.
Oh, fuck
Mr. Nolte, the line was, I'm just looking for my truck. I just want to get my truck back.
Oh.
See, this is why I like being on other people's shows, because I don't have to worry about slides and clips and organizing. I can just sit here and talk shit. I just get to sit here and run my mouth. And kill off your viewership. Oh my God, did you hear what that guy said on Northern Show?
Yeah. But, he's a very likable guy, but at the same time, he's like, I was like, I'm just a poor Chinese boy. Like, you got a restaurant that's more than I have. So he's basically because he has been basically trying to talk his way out of not paying straight away. But
I think he kind of is like the flip side, well, not even the flip side of Jack Burton. I think they're both kind of, to a degree, a pair of grifters, and they know that each other are a pair of grifters.
But working class grifters.
Yeah,
I mean,
blue collar grifters, which is the best kind of grifter.
Facts.
But once again, I mean, he does. Okay, so he says he can pay him later at the restaurant, but he has to pick up Mao Yin, and this is where the plot really starts to sort of come into play, doesn't it? Because that's how it starts, with just a trip to the airport to find his love. And all this crazy shit happens, and we do get some exposition that makes him a little bit relatable. He came to the country, he slept on a mattress, everything, he slept on the floor, he wet his butt, he wet his ass off to get to where he is, and he's like, and I saved all my money to get Mao Yin here because I love her so much. She's the love of my life, and I want to marry her.
All right, gay.
There's no way, dude. You look at that chick. There's no way that she was being fucking faithful. She was getting railed back in the motherland. For sure. She was just totally getting. I love when Jack like looks at him. This is the last of sarcastic, pessimistic Jack, because up to this point, like Wang's talking this shit and he's giving him his sad story and blah blah blah. And that's why the bottle didn't cut, because my spirits, were going north and south, and Jack just gives him the kind of okay, whatever. That's the last we get of that, because later it's all like he's thrust into this magical, supernatural world where he has no choice but to, accept this shit, as ridiculous as it is. I think it's only like a little later. There's one more clapback that he does when he's like, think positive, Jack. Is like, okay, Wang, we'll just chew our way out. I think that's like the last time that we get that. That's, by the way, that's one of my favorite lines, and I use it. I was shocked how much I don't want to derail the thing, but I was shocked how much of my common vernacular is Jack Burton sayings that I just go through in a day. There's many times I walk into a disaster at work. I'm like, everybody relax, I'm here. You know, it's just like so many of these things because fucking, I mean, whether he is the sidekick, whether he's bumbling or not, whether or not he's a big blowhard. Oh yeah, there would definitely been more F words. But regardless, Jack is so eminently quotable. And for the longest time, my old Facebook page was just a thing of Jack Burton, a Jack Burton picture, just looking, snide at the camera was just that. And then with the little quote, "Sooner or later, I rub everybody the wrong way," which is great.
It does kind of show that Kurt Russell, he kind of plays Kurt Russell, but there's still some kind of range. He can be dark and brooding, like
McCready
and Snake Plissken, but he can also be a total goofball in Tango and Cash and Big Trouble in Little China. He can be very creepy and death proof. All that stuff is there. But he can be very serious as well in films like Backdraft and Breakdown as well. I mean, which is very underrated.
I love all of those films that you mentioned, but I'm going to tell you honestly, I like this one better because it seems like he's having a lot more fun in this film.
Oh, definitely.
I think, and I could be wrong, but I bet I'm not. I think Jack Burton is probably the closest to what Kurt Russell is in real life. And in this movie, as opposed to all those other ones that you mentioned, this is where we get nobody laughs like Kurt Russell does. And when he laughs, it just lights up the entire. If you can ever find it, go to YouTube with him and his son Wyatt talking about that TV show that they're on, and they do like an anecdotal conversation about catching themselves on TV. And it's like, because Wyatt doesn't like to see himself on TVs and movies, but and Kurt Russell said, "Yeah, I got the same problem." He's like, "Oh, really? What about that time I walked in the den and you had Big Trouble in Little China on?" And they just both start laughing. That like maniacal laugh that he has, which is so fucking great. But
have you listened to is the commentary between him and John Carpenter in every movie they've worked together in, because they are so fun to listen to. You can really tell these two really were fond of each other, and they had an absolute blast working together, even in the harsh conditions of making the thing as well. They still seem to find some kind of like respect towards each other, and I really love that. I could listen to John Carpenter and Kurt Russell talk all day because they're just so fun and charming to listen to.
Lance is in the green room.
I think
that Kurt Russell is one of the few people that actually got John Carpenter. He kind of got him, and I can just imagine what their relationship must still be like. I bet they're very, very close friends. I can imagine them being really close friends. I think it's a lovely relationship they have.
Oh yeah. Lance, nice glad to have you on, man. So before we carry on, first time you saw Big Trouble in Little China, because I know you've mentioned already you got the ticket, haven't you?
So I do still have the tickets, all 22 of them. I apologise because this is a flying visit, mate, because my interview got confirmed about half an hour ago, and I'm on in 15 minutes. So
no problem, man.
But I didn't want to. I really wanted to come on this, so I thought I'd just come on real quick. So this was the very first time I ever organised what then became, for about the next 20 years, a tradition of taking everybody to the cinema for my birthday. And I was like 15 or 16, and my parents said, you can have a big house party if you want. And I said, no, I want to take people up to Leicester Square to see the opening night of a film. And they're like, okay, you can take 10 people or whatever. I think it ended up being a lot more than that. The thing with Big Trouble was there wasn't a huge furore about it when it was. We had trailers for it at the cinema because I was working for it at the cinema, so I was very interested in it. I saw a massive article on it. I think it was in a magazine called Film Review. I don't know if
I remember the magazine actually. I remember Film Review.
Yeah, I think they did a double page on it, and it had a shot of the set, and I thought this looks fucking awesome. And the trailers for it were okay, but I could see in the trailers it was going to be right up my street. And it's got a certain style of humor that you're either going to get in the first 10 minutes of the film and you're not. And I remember one of my friends elbowing me as we were watching the movie, and he said, look, and I looked along the road to my right, and there were the 4 girls that had come on my birthday party. They were a group. They were together, and they all sat there looking really fucking bored, right? So I thought, oh shit, this is not going to be good. But by the time we got to the end of the sequence with the 3 storms and that big battle, that big fight, everybody in my group was proper fucking invested. And the great thing about going to the cinema in Leicester Square in the 80s is if it was even a half decent film, if you went on an opening night on a Friday or Saturday, the chances of it being sold out were probably about 90%. If it was a really big studio movie, it was always sold out, right? So this was the opening night, and no one kind of knew quite what to expect. And when it finished, there was a massive, and I mean massive, applause, and people really loved it. And I think it did all right in the UK. I know it didn't do very well in the US, and of course it's got massive momentum and a huge fan base for now. But this for me is probably, I know a lot of people will say it's The Thing, but this is probably my all-time John Carpenter favorite film. I mean, if I could hire a cinema to show one of his movies, it would probably be this one, because we saw it in 70mm, and 70mm prints are really rare now. So this was, and again, you'll remember this, Gary, that the Empire West End, not the Empire West End, the Odeon West End, which is now a hotel, sadly. Do you remember that they used to extend the screen when they had a 70mm?
That's
print?
right. Yes, I do. Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah.
So you had that sort of moment, like just before the movie started, where you were waiting to see, is this 35mm or is it 70mm? And the first film I saw there was Silverado, and that was in 70. Oh, so good. And it was one of the first movies to be recorded in the new Lucasfilm sound as well. So this film, suddenly it went 70mm, and I was like, oh, thank God. And we were on the front 2 rows of the dress circle, our group, and I normally sat downstairs in the stalls. I think this is the first time we'd sat upstairs. But it's that excitement and that atmosphere of watching a movie like this for the first time. You just don't get
amazing.
And I wanted to sort of come on and before I have to jump off, I'm so sorry, but to sort of impart what that was like seeing this movie, because this is a crowd pleaser. It's got all those funny moments and funny gags. You know, is it hot in here? Like the moment in the lift, and like someone's farted almost. You know, there's so many fun moments, and then the bit where they fly through the air and the guy raises his eyebrows after doing that sword fight. And I met that actor, by the way, not the Storm, the one who passed away a couple of years ago. I got to meet him. He was in London visiting. I think he was here for a Comic-Con or something like this. This would have been in about 2006. And a friend of mine was in a restaurant with him and called me up and said, I'm with one of the actors from Big Trouble in Little China. Do you want to come and meet him? I was literally on the tube in 2 minutes and met him 20 minutes later. And it was quite funny because he was clearly after a free lunch. It was like when the bill came, he didn't want to put in. He thought, you know, I'm an actor, so you guys have got to pay. So I was like, okay, that's fine. You know, we'll split the bill. Don't worry. But so there's a little story. I've had correspondence with John Carpenter very briefly in my life as well. When he first was on Facebook, he had an actual official account. And at the very beginning, he would actually occasionally respond to messages. And I had a very, very brief conversation with him, and I sent him a shot of all my vinyl because I've got 7 vinyl soundtracks, including this one. And I've got the American import cover of this, which is the blue cover, not the green one. So, so that's my Big Trouble in Little China story, man. I just wanted to come on and tell you that real quick. I'm so sorry I've got to shoot because I would love to.
That's all right. Even if it was just for 5 minutes, mate, you're always welcome. And Kung Fu Hot Dog and Admiral Teague. So
you've got a massive panel for this anyway.
No,
Hey, Lance, real quick, can I ask before you go? Remind me? Did you do a section of for Big Trouble in Little China in your book, Silver Screen?
It's
available on Amazon right now.
Yeah, so in the Silver Screen Journeys book, the story of us going to the screening is in there, and I talk about the film at length. And I would definitely put this in. One of my top, I would put this in my, oh bless you, I would put this in my top 10 movies of all time. Absolutely, it's in the top 10.
Love it.
And
I've got to say, I have to agree. I mean, I said it kind of at the top of the show that that although this isn't necessarily my favorite Carpenter film, because my favorite is actually The Thing, but it is definitely his best film. For me, I mean, cinematically, it's incredible.
I mean, you guys will get into it later, but every set in this film is fantastic. The production design in it, absolutely,
it's superb,
amazing stuff. But I can see Ryan's in my green room, so I've literally got to jump off this stream and jump into that one. But have a great chat. We won't have a low overlap because I've got a trance DJ on, so I feel the demographic will be fairly small in terms of audience overlap. But and you know, enjoy the stream. It's such a good film. I could do a chew the fat on this for 9 hours quite easily.
Yeah.
It's so great. But thanks Northern for.
You're welcome, man, and I'll see you Tuesday maybe. Who knows?
Yeah. Hope to see you Tuesday. And this film is a 10 out of 10, by the way. For me, it's a 10 out of 10. So all right, guys, have a good.
Bye, Lance.
Cheers, mate. Catch you later.
You know, I never meant it this way before. I never meant it quite this way before, but two men enter, one man leaves.
Okay, so before we continue, I mean, since Admiral Teague and Kung Fu Hot Dog are here, we'll go with Kung Fu Hot Dog first, since he came in before Teague. First time you came about, or came into knowledge with this movie, or first saw it?
And if I'm not back by dawn, call the president. Check it out, guys.
Sweet. Well, let's try and enlarge that. Here we go. Here we go.
Hey,
Ali Davis. Yeah, the same cap. Yeah, we just had the screenshot of it. Just had the screenshot.
There you go.
Yeah, and thank you very much for that mic, Kung Fu Hot Dog, as well. I mean, I need an extension for the cord, the USB cord, which is somewhere in the bedroom. I'm going to look for it, but I will start using that mic after I found it. So thank you very much.
I thought to myself, hang on, that can't be the mic I sent to him.
No, it's not.
You betrayed me. You betrayed the whole Kung Fu army. We're disgusted with you. Terrible.
Yeah, he's actually put it on eBay earlier on.
Yes, which is funny. That's where I actually got it from in the first place. What? Hang on, wait. Yeah, Kurt Russell. I mean, there you go. Look, just another fantastic movie. And I've got the steelbook of this somewhere. I don't know if I've got it here, but if I find it, I'll dig it out. But yeah, my first memory of this film, I was still at the sixth form in secondary school. I'm not sure what that is for the Americans, but I didn't go to see it at the cinema. I saw the TV adverts. I saw the adverts in the local newspaper, maybe in the Sun. And for some reason, I didn't go to watch it. Not because I wasn't interested in it, because I just didn't. So my actual first time watching it wasn't 1986, which was actually a great year for me, life-wise and everything else-wise. I probably saw it maybe a year or two later on video, and I thought, what was I doing, man? I just didn't get out enough as a teen. It was really, really weird. I wasn't even 18 yet. No. So when I was, I don't know, man. It was just strange.
I feel I need at this point just to quickly clarify for our American friends that sixth form in the UK is the equivalent of either MIT, Yale, or Harvard in the US.
Okay.
So that's how advanced our education system is in the United Kingdom. Well, certainly back in our day, isn't that right, Kung Fu?
Yes.
Yeah. Before the Muslim regime has taken over. Before then.
So yeah, thank you very much for that, Kung Fu. Admiral Teague, first time you came out or saw this movie?
Yeah, thanks for having me here. As I was saying when I came in, I never meant it quite this way before, but like two men enter, one man leaves, right? Like Lance takes off and Kung Fu and I show up. So the first time I saw this, you know what? It was the 210th anniversary of our separation from you tea-gouging bastards, where I went to the movies with my friends. And you know what? The day is going to come where the 4th of July is no longer just an American holiday, okay? It's the day where we stood up and said, I'm going to go see this crazy movie, Big Trouble in Little China. It was a very enjoyable time at the movie.
China.
And the thing that made it, this movie was going to be great no matter what for me. Now, it turns out that it was, in fact, a great movie, but this movie was going to be great no matter what because I was with a pretty hot chick, like not bad for an 11th grader. Like, I'm doing all right there. And also, we managed to score beer, which meant that like Admiral was going to have like a few like minutes at the plate there, maybe to score himself. So like I was fucking pleased as hell. And then the movie kicked ass and, it was a great film. And I'll just say this, the same thing I said, this movie came full circle to me 40, like almost 35, 40 years later, walking out of Solo, a Star Wars story. I said to myself, man, I said it then and I'm saying it again now. Like Big Trouble is the Han Solo origin tale we deserved. It had everything in place, including Chewbacca's appearance at the end. At the very end, when he goes to climb into the cab to join Han.
Yeah,
that's not an attack. That's
the same appearance which I'm adapting right now, as you can see.
Yeah.
You look like Worf ate the Predator.
Yeah, in Solo,
Ryan Johnson.
In Solo, he's not quite chewy. He's more sucky.
That movie is so terrible. What they could have done, even if they just adopted those novels from the 70s, like the last one of them was pretty grounded and good for like Star Wars Darkness, all divorced from the Empire and stuff. They could have done so much, and they chose to make that piece of garbage.
How come we never got any?
A loser.
How come we never got any of these like Jack Burton pocket novels, like Continuing Adventures of Jack Burton? How come that never happened?
Good,
because this is the appendix to Buckaroo Banzai and the Adventures Across the Eighth Dimension. This is the leftover script parts, and they reconstituted it and made it.
Do you mean this right here? Sorry, I'm just like I'm really flexing now. Do you mean this one?
Yes, David Lofat and whatever. David Lopan and the other guys are the League of Crime. They don't make it into the movie, but these two movies are like not quite a shared world because they don't get to a third movie where they unite it. And Peter Weller's just like, this is too weird for me. But you can see the progression from Big Trouble to this. If you look back at Buckaroo Banzai to Big Trouble, they get like as crazy as Big Trouble is. It's so much more grounded than Buckaroo Banzai, which is just batshit crazy. I mean, they have.
I got Buckaroo Banzai for Peter Weller and Ellen Barkin. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, there is some kind of like element of realism, mostly because from the character of Jack Burton, who is basically the working man, and same thing with Wang, and plus this we've pretty much come into these kind of situations, where we got this hot chick who claims that she's not interested, but you found out later she does. But I do like the back and forth, and it's like, hey, can I ask you a question? It's like, no. Well, how about you jump in? Not in your conditions. Well, what about my conditions? Like, well, you should try standing downwind by like I am.
You know what Jack Burton says.
He just gets interrupted by these fucking gang lords, and she's like, oh my god, it's the Lords of Deaths. Something's not right here.
Every time there's a big exposition dump, you have to take a shot. You'd be fucked up within.
I think what the game should be is exposition dump versus Jack Burton's questions.
No, you would die. You would get alcohol poisoning.
see who collapses first.
No.
I like the fact that they don't drag you down with the exposition dumps. So they don't drag you down. They give you a little bit, and they still keep the movie going. They still keep it exciting, and they still give you enough time to let the characters breathe, even when the film is moving at such a fast pace. But it all happens because of this mix-up. The Death Lords were supposed to get this prostitute that Gracie Law was waiting for, and but they grabbed this girl, which then winds up getting into the hands of the Three Storms for the sacrifice, don't they?
Luke, that's wild. That is wild that you just assume that she's a prostitute. Holy shit.
Yeah, come on, she's got to be.
Because back in the 80s, folks, every good-looking chick was assumed to be a hooker.
That didn't end in the 80s, did it?
That was correct.
That stopped at some point?
It's never really explained, though, is it? I'm assuming, though, like she was going to be maybe a hooker or something like that, but she's... and it's about bringing her in and protecting her civil rights or something, but it's kind of like tossed to the side later on because you know, Jack Benton tries to be the hero with this, and he's like, "Wait a minute, where'd you get that?" And they just knock him flat. Like,
this scene is so, it like epitomizes the entire movie. But Jack is always wading into a bunch of shit that he has no idea what's going on. He's woefully unprepared for it, and I love it. It's so American, isn't it? It's such a fucking cowboy thing to be like, you know, he sees these guys and he just throws his hand on the dude like, "Hey pal, how about me and you have a little chat?"
I mean, he's just doing this John Wayne impersonation all the way. Even if he's not trying to impersonate the Duke, he's doing it, and that's a joke that kind of flew over. Even admittedly, when I watched it the first time, I didn't get the joke straight away. It was only like years later when somebody said, I think it was on Graham Norton show, he was talking about, I was just doing a John Wayne impression and nobody got it. But now you get the joke. It's even more funnier to watch.
See, that's funny.
It just gets better with age, this movie, as well. It just knows it.
Fine wine, man.
Yeah, there's
You
something.
know when to apply the imitation too. It's not nonstop. He does it when he's frustrated or when he's just like, come on.
Yeah.
Like, but that's why those exposition dumps don't go so badly. And I would just ask anybody else, is it me or him and Harrison Ford kind of go to the same acting school? And this character just really has a lot of Han Solo energy in the way that you would want Han Solo to be, like in a movie where he was solo.
I think,
I mean, look, Kurt Russell is a better actor than Harrison Ford, in my opinion. He's just got that natural charisma about him, which is just great.
I think
Ford, considered for the role.
Yeah, I will answer that question because I think that he might have had some tips from Bruce Campbell a little bit as well. I don't know. I might be wrong there, but and then Bruce Campbell kind of like lent some advice from him when he was doing Army of Darkness. I could be wrong, but that's what I did hear a while back ago because I think they were good friends back in the day, and probably still are. I don't know.
Can you imagine being at a bar hanging out with fucking Harrison Ford, Kurt Russell, and
Bruce Campbell?
Holy shit, that would be I could die right after that night.
I'll take a selfie next time.
Yeah, so they kidnap Mao Ying, they try and chase him, they nearly get run over, and then we get this absolute belter of a line. Let me get it up. Come on, where are you? Where are you? Come on. Here we go.
Son of a bitch must pay.
Yeah, I say that. I say this. I just love it. I say this in traffic on the way to work or on the way home at least 2 or 3 times.
Every time I see those fucking electric bicycles riding around with these stupid idiots in balaclavas, I mean, that's basically every time I see it. It's like every time I see these bastards, I'm like, son of a bitch must pay.
One of them almost rid you guys of me today. I mean, just like you could not have slipped a credit card between me and him as he went whipping by down the street. Whoa.
Fucker. Yeah. Give me his license plate number. I'll hunt him down.
Thank you. I might just do that.
The film is really starting to move along now. We're really getting into the plot as well, where they're about to enter no fucks given territory. It's
hands down, this is my favorite Halloween movie to watch at Halloween. Always.
Really?
Yeah, like I'll watch all my usual things like Fright Night and Dog Soldiers, and then I say the best for last. This.
Nice.
And Halloween is a John Carpenter film, which people laud as great. It is, but I prefer this as my favorite Halloween film.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
I kind of get it as well because there is these kind of like 80s sort of like gothic visuals. It's like Chinese gothic visuals in a way. So yeah, they're obviously chasing them as well, but they know where they go, where the hideout could be. And it's like they're in Chinatown in this place, and it's like sharpening their knives, huh? And we just mentioned this Admiral Teague and Kung Fu Hot Dog, but this kind of is subtext already hinting that Egg Shen here has been around for a long, long time because he's giving out all this history lessons on the railroad being built back in the old Western days as well.
Yeah.
Where,
that's
people
a good point.
Save up and bring the family over, all that kind of thing, which is a good little reflection to Wang's character as well because he saved up. He came from humble beginnings. He was saved up to bring his the love of his life into the country to start a new life with her, that kind of thing. But yet this might be good subtext that's hinting no, this guy is been around for hundreds and hundreds of years, maybe 1,000 years.
Well, that would track, wouldn't it? Because when he's giving that tour bus stuff, he's talking about it as if he's remembering it and he's not like, reading it off of a script. And
Yeah,
also,
he's looking like look, that's the face of a guy reflecting. He's not just sprouting a history lesson. He's reflecting he's telling memories to people.
yeah.
All I know is that in about another 40 years, he'll be making eyes for the Terrell Corporation. So he's extremely long-lived. Let's just say that. It gets more than just 4 years.
Also, isn't there something that always kind of like a penny that's dropped that make me think of what you're talking about, Northern? Doesn't Lo Pan later to Egg Shen, we've been rivals for so long, or says some shit like that? Like, Egg, how would that be if Egg Shen is only like in his 50s or whatever? Well, I don't know. I don't really. I'm not a good person to judge Asian ages, because he could either be 30 or 80. I have no idea.
Yeah, I'm kind of guessing he could age really slow. Who knows? I don't. Then again, it's like Sean Connery's character. He looks about 50, yet somehow he's been allowed for 1,000 years. While Colin McLeod still looks like he's in his 30s, something like that.
You don't want to go. You don't want to go down that rabbit hole with me, my friend. We're not. Let's not do Highlander.
Another time.
Another time. Another time.
The Highlanders apparently freeze at their first moment of like death in this as mortals. Their first mortal death might be where they freeze. Yeah, that might be where they get frozen. Because Connor McLeod's frozen more or less at the age that he gets like stabbed in battle, but that's a whole nother movie. Here we have the Millennium Falcon. I mean, the Pork Chop Express.
Yeah, good point.
This is the Han Solo movie we deserved. I mean, you could have actually made a Han Solo movie people would have wanted to see if you had used this for some inspiration. Not ripped it off, but like the team who got fired off the Solo movie just were part of Project Hail Mary. So clearly, the problem was, the fish stank from the head at that one.
Yeah,
that could be. Yeah.
And this is 80 San Francisco when it wasn't San Francisco.
I kept, I kept expecting fucking Jack Cates to fucking step out of the alleyway with a 45 in his hand, fucking looking to shoot somebody. Like that would that's all I needed right there. That's the universe I want to live in. I want to live in that mixed universe. What happened in Chinatown, Jack?
That or William Shatner just steps out and he's like, "We're looking for whales." I mean, it is 1986.
To watch this weekend. Thanks for reminding me.
Oh, that did come out in 86, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. 86.
They're just blocks away. The way I see it,
was also 86.
How great would it be
McDowell?
I love that movie, but how great would it be to intercut this movie and Star Trek 6 because they take place in this exact same location at the same time? Just like have like the Star Trek crew walks off, Jack walks in.
I guess this would be the area that Sulu was getting the helicopter from. Like he would be down here somewhere. Mixed up.
Actually, 1985.
I can do things for you that Gracie can't, Jack.
Okay, so I really do like how he's asking for help. They nearly crash into Egg Shen. They run into an alleyway to try and find the Lords of Deaths. But then this lady's like ready to go and is like, no, I know what's coming. Trouble is going to happen. I don't want to be here for it. And she doesn't say a word, but something bad is happening. And even when this funeral comes in, they think, oh, no, it's just some guy who was with this yellow gang, the Ding Dongs, whatever.
We were bringing it away from ourselves already. Good grief.
The Ding Dongs. What kind of monster is sitting out on their fucking terrace chopping up poultry? What the fuck kind of culture is that? What are you doing? Did you even wash your hands, bitch? What the fuck is happening out there? That's so crazy.
No, they don't, mate. If you've watched Carl Pilkington go to China, it's they're pretty fucking gross.
She just left that thing sitting out there on the fucking terrace. Like, what are you doing, man?
If this is Little China, why isn't she chopping up a pangolin?
Yeah, what? I did notice there's a lack of dogs in this area.
Yeah.
I did notice
they do eat some. I mean, I was in Singapore and went to a restaurant and nothing was in English. And I just pointed to something on the menu.
Well, I can tell.
And it was served up. It was pig's ears with jellyfish. Yeah.
I'd try that. That's
nice.
I mean, I'd try it.
Yeah, and I asked for a pot of tea, and
You
they
got
gave
it.
me like a little bowl of sticks to kind of put into the teapot. I thought, "Wow, that's tea." And I said, "Yeah, that's Chinese tea." I said,
This
"Yeah, it
is
doesn't
why
make
we
any of
fought
that
so many
tea to
land
me."
wars against these people. I mean,
Yeah,
they're just despicable
tea.
people.
Yeah,
They're just
tea.
horrible. I mean, we're really. I mean, unless our Chinese overlords are listening in right now, in which case I pledge allegiance to everything.
Yeah. Well,
Are-
now
are-
Trump's
are
now
you-
Trump's rubbed shoulders with them. Yeah.
Are
China
you
has plenty of hell, Mr.
Asians?
Batten.
Pardon me?
So
The Chinese have plenty of hell.
Yeah, Chinese have a lot of hell.
Yeah,
Chinese
I've
have a lot
also
of hell.
never
doing
gone
in the
to
hell
war
where
with
people get cut
China.
to ribbons. Yes, as Uncle Chew says. So, but I love how Jack Benton instantly knows that these guys probably have rivals in red turbans, and then Sun as Wang's like, "Oh shit, it's all gonna go down," and then we get this big fucking epic battle. Everything, just these two guys just kicking ass. The guys in the yellow bandanas are pretty much doing pretty well, and then. These are great fight scenes as well. They're just throwing them in. They're kicking.
That how long? That's got to be him.
Yeah.
The legend
Yeah,
himself.
this guy. Oh, where is he? Oh, where is he? This absolute legend. Every fucking 80s movie. he's
Yeah.
in. Every 80s movie.
Yeah, if you need if this guy shows up, somebody's
What
about
a
to get
ledge.
fucked up in a movie. This guy's gonna eat a candy bar, take
He's
his
the Oriental
MP5, and
version
start
of
going to
John
town.
Carpenter. He looks like John Carpenter, except he's just a different hue.
He's Asian John Carpenter. Yeah, obviously.
It probably is John Carpenter in Yellowface all along. I bet. Yeah. John Carpenter's been in Yellowface all along. He's not a real Asian guy.
How racist are you to say yellow face?
Yeah, it's obviously Wong Carpenter, isn't it?
He was a meth actor. He went out, did the heroin, and got jaundice, so his skin turned yellow. Okay,
Dong
This
dong
is
kapata.
the craft.
Yeah, to our Chinese overlords, we're so sorry.
We so sorry.
We
But
like
let me-
Lucy Roo. Don't take it out on us. We're your friends.
I know, but once again, the fight scenes are fucking awesome. I think John Carpenter was this was like the first time he was directing these martial arts kind of scenes, everything, and he does a good job of it as well. I mean, it's fun to watch. You got the cool music playing, and then these three crazy bastards just jump out. You got the storms. I mean,
The
Alex,
birth of Mortal Kombat. There he is, Raiden.
Yep.
Yep, the genesis of Mortal Kombat, people. There you go. If you saw Mortal Kombat 2, Johnny Cage, played by the great Carl Urban, makes a reference to this film. It's hilarious.
Yeah. This has basically been an inspiration because we see a little bit of a weird sorcery hologram video game in the final climax, which makes no fucking sense. But God, it's so fun to watch. I mean, you got Carter Wong as Thunder, Peter Kwong as Rain, and Chow Li Chi as wrong one. James Pax as Lightning. So. Yeah, fucking hell, they've really made a name for themselves. I think it was Peter Kwong. that passed away, wasn't it?
Who was that? Who was Wong One then?
Wong, the Wong one was
Listen,
Thunder.
I rang the wrong
Wong-
number.
Wong
That
One.
wasn't my fault. It was a Chinese telephone directory.
Yeah.
I remember laughing my ass off when I saw these guys, but then they start fucking people up, and I'm like, "Oh shit, I better stop laughing because now they're scary. They're fucking scary." But
Yeah, I
that's it.
had an appointment at a Chinese dentist. Yeah, it was at 2:30.
You're not going to get this kind of quality anti-Asian racism on open bar, folks. You're only going to get it here.
This is not. I think these are based on real sort of mythologic.
Yeah, that is a
mythological characters, but-
fantastic framing shot right there, though.
Yeah,
like,
isn't
you
it?
guys,
Isn't it?
well, I think
Beautiful.
it was Inside Man who said it. Like every scene is just God. It's like
It
this
is.
up there with Ferris Bueller's Day Off, which was 1986, by the way. This and Ferris are probably two of the most perfect 80s films ever made.
I mean, don't you think, Kung Fu, whenever we see Luke do these and or anyone do these, and they have all these individual frames, they're just you can really appreciate the filmmaking. And you really can appreciate how good these filmmakers really are.
Yeah, the fact that you have to take all this time to set up these shots as well, these like shots that last for a couple of seconds, but probably takes a few hours, whatever, because of all the makeup and the lighting they have to do. It's But
and the
I do not
audacity-
get why. I want to ask you a question. Why the hell did they need to flip forward to throw these fucking Nepalese machetes? They are Chinese. They're like Indian Nepalese kind of.
For the same reason that the
yeah.
Terminator needed to get a laser sight on his 45 long slide because
Yeah.
it looks fucking cool. That's why.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That explains everything. So it's still funny though. It's still funny, but
Yeah, that actor on the far right with the bandana holding the long sword, he's been in a lot of things as well. I recognize his face. And by the way, this Jack Burton truck, if you look it up on YouTube, somebody has it. That after the film had finished wrapping,
Lucky
somebody
bastard.
managed to get hold of it, or they did a replica of it. Which, can you imagine driving around in the actual
Oh,
Pork Chop
fantastic.
Express in America? If you know
Fantastic.
the reference, you would lose your mind.
Yeah.
love.
Only
just
cool
such a
people
cool
would have
truck.
any idea who you were, but that would be a badass truck to have, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
Look
absolutely.
at that.
It
It's
fucking
also
was.
it's highly typical of how like a trucker would have his like the chick in the front, the gas grass her ass, and all that other stuff on there, and like his whole old Jack Burton thing. I just every time I watch this movie, it just keeps coming back to this is the Han Solo we deserved. Like this is such a Han Solo kind of movie.
It is, yeah. It's kind of like if Han Solo was a bit more bumbling, wasn't it? If Chewbacca was the hero and Han Solo was.
So,
the
in
guy.
other words, the way he is in like Force Awakens or even Return of the Jedi, where he's kind of comic relief. It's like,
Yeah.
like, how many times does he look over to Leia and he's like, Leia, like okay, Han, come on over here. I'll help you pee and shake it for you. I understand you need a lot of help, since you're
I've never
frozen."
heard of these movies you speak of. Were there movies after Return of the Jedi? I'm not familiar. Did they do other Star Wars movies? I don't
Even in
believe they did.
Return of the Jedi, I would say Han Solo's lost a lot of his edge after they unfreeze him. He's kind of dumb. He's not that formidable, and he's kind of got like a lot more irritation coming out, like when he's yelling at 3PO and stuff. I mean, granted, he was going to be set on
We
fire.
we will discuss that a bit more when we do Star Wars, because I do kind of want to do Star Wars as well.
I will just say that I will
Yeah.
just say that I do not care. I do not care for Return of the Jedi. It insists on itself.
It doesn't.
You got
Oh,
it. Let's just say these
interesting.
characters.
on itself,
I'll leave it at this.
Return of the Jedi.
These characters are sort of kindred spirits, though.
Oh yeah, there is kind of there is sort of a resemblance as well. You can sort of see Jack Burton having a little bit of Ash Williams in him as well, because he's also kind of the blowhard, sort of cocky, bumbling hero, who shouldn't be who shouldn't be very likable, but still is, because you've got a very charismatic actor playing him. And so this is where we come across the first appearance of Lo Pan, or Lo Pan's sort of like spirit. He kind of knocks him down like a fucking mannequin, and then just shows up there, and he starts shining this bright light that blinds Jack, and so they have to get the fuck out of there and splash his face in this shitty water that's probably had a few dogs pissing it if they were chopped up already. But
And by the way, just look how buff Kurt Russell is. The guy
He
was
was
working out on
jacked
set,
up.
man. He was looking good. Back in the days when he worked out naturally, folks, not taking chicken sandwich after chicken sandwich. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just
yeah.
ate whatever was on the plate.
yeah, it's kind of got a bit of the old man podge now, but it does still look
Yeah, it
fucking
doesn't
good. I
matter.
mean,
Doesn't matter.
it's-
Yeah.
yeah, it's got the whole fucking salt and pepper thing going on there, and he looks fucking awesome still, even to this day. I
Dragon
love
of the
Kurt.
Black Pool. That's a pretty cool baseball jacket. I used to wear a few baseball jackets back in the day. I want to
Yeah,
get
well,
that
reunited
is
with
pretty-
some of them
Yeah,
again.
you're talking about Wang's jacket. Yeah, it's pretty cool,
Yeah,
man. Yeah, those jackets always look good. Bomber jackets, these baseball jackets, whatever. I mean, it's got that nice
Baseball
little
jackets
leather on the
rule,
arm
man,
and
they're
that as
great.
well. Yeah, I
As
don't
far
know-
as
yeah.
Kurt goes, just his look, I don't think he's ever juiced, because if you remember the movies, is it Universal Soldier with him as
Yes.
like in a
Yeah.
parallel world, the Blade Runner? The only reason we have the movie Event Horizon is because Kurt wouldn't do performance enhancers to get jacked up for that movie. He said, I need like a year to get in shape for this one,
Oh,
and I'll look great for it, and I will study for this role, and I'll bring like something to this movie.
you
And
mean
that movie,
Soldier? Is that Soldier with
is-
Jason
yeah.
Scott Lee? Yeah, that's in 4K now.
yes, and it's sort of a
film.
parallel world. It's supposed to be a parallel world or a related world to Blade Runner. So, like, the reason we get Event Horizon is because Kurt Russell is like, I can't film your movie in 10 weeks. I need about a year. So the guy
Wow.
was like, "What can I do right now, like to waste some, to get a movie out there while I wait for Kurt Russell to be ready for Soldier," which it gets that much better because they work on the script more.
So, but yeah, that's a different movie. We will talk on that because I like Soldier. I think it's a really good movie. But we will get back onto the topic of him working out because I did think he put on like 20 pounds of muscle for the role, and so yeah, he's looking pretty
And
sharp.
that
He's
was
looking
just
pretty
his
jacked.
hair.
I mean, for a guy who's been like this truck driver who spends a lot of time on the road, and
Yeah,
he's
I can
obviously-
attest. I've
yeah,
never seen
yeah.
a truck driver in as good a shape as Jack Burton. Like, no truck driver would have the balls to tuck that fucking tank top into his jeans, man. Like,
I've seen them with an upper body like that, but usually they have like they're like 10 months
Huge
gone,
guy.
but the blessed event is about to come any moment. It's just like they're so huge from the waist, from the chest down.
So I do like the fact that these guys know his name and he's like, oh shit, we're in trouble. We got to get out of there. So they hide in this abandoned house and they come across one of these
sing
the
dings.
yellow guys as well. So yeah, it's like,
Sing dings.
oh, yeah, what? So the yellow turbans, those guys were winning, and he starts saying it was the Three Storms, and once again he's like, what the fuck is going on? And who is that guy that just ran over? But before he can find out more, they're interrupted. They got to run back to where. And basically, they can't go back to the truck because there's too many people fighting there, so they have to lie low. And I just love the exchange he has with the insurance as well because he's been paying them like 4 G's, like maybe a month or whatever. But he's like, listen, I need an insurance claim, and don't say act of God. It's like, yeah, come
Is
on,
this-
my stuff's in
I
the
love
glove
his
compartment. Yeah,
I love his exchange with because I think we've all had this exchange with an insurance company at some point. It's like, I don't know my policy number. It's in the fucking glove compartment.
Yeah, just look under BURTON.
Is this a switchboard or am I talking to a live person?
Yeah.
Hello. Hello.
I love that they have a rotary payphone in their home, or
Yeah.
I guess it's
Yeah.
a restaurant.
use free phone in here. You'll run up bill.
Yeah, because he later says that the phone's fucking dead after that, doesn't he? So,
And your phone is dead, by the way.
yeah. And this is where we're introduced to Uncle Chew as well. He's, he finds out what's happening and he's like, wait a minute, that was Lopan obviously. He's like, no, don't tell you, he's exaggerating. Like, no, it really happened. I mean, I just ran through this guy and he just came out like it was nowhere. And he's really fucking shocked. He is not happy about this because it's like, yeah, shit's really starting to go down. And I love Eddie as well. He just comes in with this fucking weird little tartan green and purple suit. It's like saying, oh, so it was your truck that was stolen, and this is the guy you were talking to me about here, Wang. So he's another one who's kind of like he's very smooth, but he's also kind of dweeby, but he sort of comes through for everyone still to this day. So yeah, moving forward. Yeah, like I said, it's my money and time is money. So,
And time is money to a guy like me. And your phone is dead, by the way. Isn't Eddie the maitre d' of the restaurant? Why?
yeah,
is-
he is. He's the maitre d', and I
and
think-
a whole lot more. And a whole
Yeah.
lot more.
yeah. So he seems to have once again. He may not be the most fleshed out character compared to the others, and his little sub story with him having a crush on Margot is kind of like not really fleshed out. I mean, it's just basically a little passing joke, and that's it. It doesn't really affect the story, but
Little throwback info for people who might not know this. I think the reason the phone is dead in the 80s. Now, I didn't live everywhere or use every phone company, but in at least New York and some other parts of the East Coast, if you used a payphone, in the middle of the call, they'd be like, you need to throw in some more money. And if you didn't do it, they would cut off the phone for like a half a day.
No shit.
So I think what happened was he overused their
Okay.
phone and didn't throw in extra money. It's like, F that. No.
Yeah, in the UK, you used to have the phone booths, the red phone booths, where people would piss and you would have like a directory to go through. But there was a little trick you can do, like you could like put a ring can pull like in the phone to try and get a bit
Yeah, like
more
in war
people.
games.
There were little
Like in
tricks
war
you could do, and they kind of cotton on to that when BT British Telecom were losing a lot of money on the phone booths.
We haven't had phone booths since like the 70s. We just have those little partitions with the phones around them, and there's like 5 left in the entire city. It's like, if you don't have a cell phone, F you. That's basically like, that should be a sign like, welcome to New York, get a cell phone.
I don't know what it's like in the UK.
Yeah, sorry, man.
No, you go. It's your
yeah.
show.
Well, we still have them. I think the actor from I Swear has just had one put up, not too far from where I live. You know, it's maybe just like maybe a 15-minute drive, and that's about it. But yeah,
I can't speak for the UK, but I can tell you in America, if you see a payphone, you are in trouble. That you're in a bad spot, and you need to run immediately. Like anywhere you see a payphone that's working, unless it's a public library or a fucking police station, if you see a payphone, you're in a bad spot. It's all ass.
And at no time in this entire century has there been a payphone that you want to put near your face. You want to kind of hold it away and shout into it.
No.
You don't want to touch it to your skin, except maybe your hand before you sanitize it, or like take a lighter and just ew.
Oh God.
Yes, yeah. What's that white creamy stuff that's on the phone?
I like how Jack Burton is such a alpha male. Like he's walking around this fucking gay looking kimono. No chill at all. He's just like, whatever. I don't care. I'll fucking walk around in this thing. I don't give a shit. And he's throwing dick at fucking Gracie Long. Like he's not wearing that thing and drinking tea. He's just like, he came around on a dark and stormy night. He just lost his truck and he's seen supernatural shit and he's still trying to dick down Gracie Long in the fucking.
I know, we kind of got to love him for it as well. He's still got that confidence, doesn't he?
Yeah.
That pure, unwavering confidence.
Man.
And, but this is where we found out like she's a lawyer as well. So she's been, and she knows something's up as well, you know. And it's kind of their fault this has happened because they were supposed to grab the immigrant girl they're supposed to have, but also Eddie has told him that his truck is stolen as well. So yeah, it's kind of fucked. So Wang has kind of got more of a personal stake in this. You know, they've stolen the love of his life. She's about to be sacrificed, and he just wants to get his truck back. That's it.
You mean the Falcon?
Yeah, the Falcon. Yeah. But found out but she is very useful as well. She finds out that they've taken her to some brothel as well, and because she's got green eyes, it'll probably cost as much as one of those automobiles with hubcap seats, everything. It's like. And
she would be very useful if she were to come by here. I would assure you she would be very, 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 very useful. Very useful indeed.
Oh yeah, very. Not because she gave information, obviously, but
I
information too.
Definitely have her in the kitchen doing all the washing up.
She's like a mannequin in that sense.
Oh yeah, I get the reference. I love Uncle Chu's. I love Uncle Chu's reaction. It's like, "What is Gracie Law doing here?" It's like,
yeah, in this universe, I love that in this town, like everybody knows everybody. The fucking gang members know Wang. Wang knows the Chang Sing. The Chang Sing know fucking Uncle Lou. Uncle Lou knows Egg shit. Like it's like Jesus. Like you guys all fucking went to the same Chinese high school or some shit.
Yeah.
Like how the fuck do you guys all know?
Funny is that the only one that's out of the loop is the only one that's out of the loop is Jack.
Right.
Yeah, he's the outsider. Even says, "I feel like an outsider here," is because you are.
Yeah, these people have been mixing it up for a while, is my impression. This has been going on for a couple of years.
Yeah, but this is throwing a little bit of exposition into the whole mythology as well, because he's starting to tell about Lo Pan, about this guy who, is now he's kind of immortal, but is sort of entombed in this whole body now as well. Everything is. But it's like it's still like this kind of legend to him as well, and Wang is still very skeptical about giving him information because he's Jack Burton. How the hell is he going to comprehend all this kind of information? Which does lead to a nice little moment later when he's like, "I didn't want to insult you." I was like, "No, go ahead, insult me." But now they've got to buy her back as well. So that means he's got to go all fucking dorky in this terrible sort of 1970s suit with these glasses, acting like a total sleazebag, creepy dork as well. Is like... And there's no need to as well, because a lot of them don't seem to know what he looks like. But he goes in this fucking dorky outfit.
That's
anyway.
A great shot. That is a great slide right there.
The weird thing about this scene is he didn't need to go in disguise.
No, he didn't. No.
They wouldn't know who he is.
It makes it more
true.
funny, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Isn't
I
this
mean, wouldn't it
basically
would make
his?
more sense if a truck driver was coming into a whorehouse, like stopping over in a whorehouse, but he decided to put this shit on
Hey,
and,
Mr. Ricky.
and come up with this persona for what reason?
Because this is his character from Used Cars.
Okay.
For like 2 minutes, we throw him out there as the used cars guy, and it's sort of funny because we've seen this before a little bit. I think that's because he does the dweeby scheming thing in a couple of different movies, like Captain Jack. Like he's pretty versatile, and like he becomes like a master of no trade because he is so versatile. So like he's in an eclectic range of emotional movies. He can do your serious romantic movie, and he can do this. I mean, he's just very capable.
I like to believe that him and John Carpenter were sitting around having a cigarette break, and he was like, "John, listen, I want to put on my dweeb outfit." And he's like, "Well,
I
first
still
Jack's
got
gonna
the outfit from Used Cars.
yeah, let me put it on, and I'll come in acting like this big dork." He's like, but Kurt, they don't know who you are. Why would it matter? He's like, "Listen, John, let me just do it."
It also matches up with like not exactly Han Solo, but the Han Solo energy because it's exactly.
Well, you are not
like,
letting that go anytime
You
soon,
don't
are you?
fucking know. Take
Well,
a drink
no,
every
think-
time he mentions fucking Han Solo. Everybody.
I've
Are
I've
you
got a
getting?
good time,
Is
but-
Harrison Ford paying you to bring this? Is there a Han Solo reboot fixing to happen, and you're shilling for it or something? Tell us the truth. Has Disney bought you out, Admiral Teague? Has it happened? Tell us the truth.
No, Callista has.
Oh, okay.
Callista needs to eat. She's asked me to push for the movie.
Well, that's fair play. That's fair play.
Yeah, he does get some very fucking dark lines. Well, boy, it's sure raining cats and dogs out there. I'll pay with cash. It's not deductible, right?
It's funny because he's actually drawing more attention to himself because the dubious looks that I'm assuming it's dubious because it's Asian chick, so I can't really tell. That seems dubious, but I'm not really. I don't know if that's really dubious or she's just a little bit constipated. But like they're giving him like weird looks. Like, why are you going so hard like this? Like, it really would have made more sense. Like Hot Dog says, if he had just fucking come in like, hey, I'm a truck driver. I'm trying to get my dick wet. Like that would have actually
made more sense. Exactly.
Yeah, then again, they've stolen the truck, so I guess that might have. I guess that plane might
maybe,
gone
maybe
gone out the window
I'll buy
here
that
as well.
I will allow it. I will.
I actually
It's
saw
a lot
shit as
like-
well. Yeah.
It's a lot like
actually-
Blade Runner, where he walks into the nightclub and he's like, nasty, dirty little holes, and like he's pretending to be a dweeb too. It's like,
I like that.
good
I like
point.
that. That was a very weird moment. I get it, but it was like because you're kind of watching this very dark, brooding, noirish cyberpunk film, and he's like, excuse me, I'm here to make sure that you won't be violated by any perverts or anything like that. So. But yeah, she is very serious, and this is where we meet Margot as well. She's kind of this reporter who's scared, but she's looking for a big break in the story. And this is where Gracie Law does that weird fucking delivery where she's like, "We got our best guy in there, stirring the pot." That's
Margot is such a non-essential. Like, is she someone's fucking cousin or something for this movie? Like, she is. There is no point in having Margot in here for
I know,
any
it's
reason
weird,
that
I
I can
know.
think of.
yeah. You could have had Gracie Law be the reporter. You could have. I mean, and it probably wouldn't have changed anything. But
I just don't. I've never understood the point except for the fact that the actress's name is Kate Burton. That's the only thing I can think of. It's like, why is she in this movie?
Dayton
Yeah, like I
Carpenter at
said,
the moment, maybe.
Yeah.
and like I said, her and Eddie's crush on her doesn't really play into it. It's just like used as a couple of jokes, and that's about it. I mean, but yeah, I like the fact that he's doing a bad job just interrogating. So what do they do? Do you like rotate you and everything? And I like how he plays super sort of like cheating asshole as well. Like, take off your tag. It's like, yeah, I know what you mean. My wife gave it to me for Christmas. So, but then this big glowing light starts showing up, so they know shit is going down, and the three storms come in and blow this fucking poor madam to oblivion as well. Which is
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. This was This was part of the body count for the trivia yesterday. You guys couldn't figure
Yeah,
out like
yeah.
women getting killed. This was one of the 3 women deaths in this film.
Ah, right. But yeah, so you had the 2 women ninjas as well working for Lorpan, and you got that madam getting killed. That's fucking hell. No wonder I didn't get it.
They're
Yeah.
justifying their DEI hires, though. I mean, they had some success, you know. I mean, there's a little bit of merit behind the hiring of these 2 women, so let's give it to them. Yes, it worked in the 80s, right?
We get another example here of Jack just wading into a situation he's so outmatched for and
I know.
fucking laying into this dude. And this dude, he doesn't do it once, but he does it twice. Like, dude, if I punch somebody one time with everything I got and they just tank it like that, and they're just I'm not going in for a second fucking it, but you got to respect the fact that Jack knows he's about to get his shit rocked as soon as he fucking hits him the second time, and he's just like, he gives him that little nod like, all right. Like, I know it's coming.
Because he knows he's seen these people fucking fuck people up and shoot lightning out their hands, and he's still going in there to try and
I mean, you got to
try his luck,
respect
isn't
that.
he?
You got to respect that. I mean, it's not very smart, but it's brave as this fucking look on his face. He's like, he knows he's about to get annihilated, and he's just like, okay, my bad.
I know. I love all the fact he's still complaining later on after their take when he gets knocked out. I was like, what the hell going on? People coming in shooting lightning. I want my truck. Now, where the hell am I? You're in my office. You sleep in your office, and she's trying to find out what the fuck is happening. Is like, what are they, magicians? And it's like, well, kind of. And this is where he kind of goes a little bit. They mentioned that they probably got taken to Lorpan, and that's the only one. It's like, this is where she gives this expositional dump as well, saying, Lorpan, the godfather of Little China, Mr. David Lorpan, who runs the National Orient Bank and the Wing Chong Stock Exchange warehouses, and who's been a recluse for 12 years.
Yeah, she has to get her breath.
Brilliant.
She has to catch her breath in the middle of this exposition dump. It's like,
See David Lopan of 927 East Esterly Street in the northern part of town, right by the old Knob Hill section. Yeah.
You mean David Lopan, the same David Lopan that's in the movie with Eddie Murphy, and he plays one of the acolytes of the Powers of Good? No, you mean also the same David Lopan that showed up in another movie? You know, like, Jesus Christ, shut the fuck up, bitch! Jesus, you know, we got it.
I mean, I know they're trying to tell it to the audience, but this does sound like expositional dumps, but it just makes me laugh as well, just the way they deliver the lines.
It's hilarious.
They must have known. This is an exposition dump. All right. We're not going to take this line seriously. We're just going to really ham it up here. But
you know what it is?
I mean,
they've taken the Uncanny Valley and they've set up camp there, and they're like, F you, everything in this movie is going to be weird. You can enjoy it, or you could go see another movie. And the people who hung with it were like, this just gets better and better, because the absurdity plus the comedy and the consistency of the delivery of the jokes and the good performances, it really makes for a great time.
I think it's Kurt Russell's charisma and the fact that he is able to, you know, like in this line, you know, wait a minute, I'm a reasonable guy, but I've just experienced, you know, he's the voice of the audience.
Things. Yeah.
I like the fact they don't know either. Even though they know all the mythology, they still don't know what the hell is going on. I mean, even Grace has been trying to find out. She knows something like this has been happening, but no one's been listening to her. And that's where we got Margot in there, and Oliver Margot's delivery is like, wow, this is so strange. I must be naive. And he's like, you are. That's but obviously they know where to go as well. They're going to try the warehouse, you know, where he does the exports and all that other shit. And he's like, you're not going to go for the door like the wind. Yes, I can, Miss Law. My mind and spirit are as one. And he just says it so seriously.
But he totally does a backpedal on it later, which is great. What did you think? We were just going to come in here like the wind? Yeah, Wayne, that was the whole goddamn plan.
Just fucking, yeah. So obviously he's going to go in there with his friend as well. And God, it's such a great line as well. It shows everything what a total idiot Jack Burton is, but he just can't help but love the confidence and the fucking balls he has as well. You know, just, okay, you people sit tight, hold the fort, and keep the home fires burning. And if I'm not back soon, call the president. And he just winks at her as well. He's posing for her, isn't he? He's showing off to her a little bit, but and she's
mean, regardless, if you had seen what Jack had just seen in some fucking Asian with a straw hat fucking levitated in the air and kicked you with both feet and knocked you 20 feet in the air. I mean, would you really want to get back to? I mean, Jesus, for $3,000, dude, you're gonna have to up that money, Wang. I'm gonna need a new truck or something. Like,
It reminded me of when Han Solo.
no.
Take a drink, everyone. Your liver will fucking hate you later, but take a drink.
I actually can't think of a Han Solo parallel for that one. Just effing around.
A Han Solo parallel for that, if I was gonna say, would fucking walking into a lunch or a brunch with fucking Darth motherfucking Vader and pulling out your blaster and trying to fucking hit him in the chest 3 fucking times, and he just fucking waves that shit off. This is so funny. This is so funny to me. They are supposed to be telephone repairmen. He's walking in with just a fucking telephone in his hand.
Yeah. I love how when they go into the back room, it's like, I think they fell for it, and they're still talking that shit when they see the cameras and everything. I love.
Well, I mean, telephones were still new in the 1980s. People didn't know what they were. So this is cutting edge tech.
I don't think you could just walk into a high security building with a fucking telephone with nothing. It has nothing else on it. It just is a phone that they disconnected from Gracie's office almost for sure, and just walked into it with
no tech clothes, no toolbox,
nothing.
And once again, the chemistry between these two is really good. It's gonna take total concentration, like Crackerjack. Are you ready? I was born
ready.
I love this line as well. Where he reads it and he says, like, hell of boiling water. Is like, is that what it says? No, it says keep out. So.
Yeah, he's so fucking charming. Like, I get it that they wanted Jackie Chan because of the fight scenes, but fucking this guy is Dennis Dunn is so fucking funny. That line always cracks me up. He's like, hello, boiling water. And he's like, nah, really? And he's like, nah, it just says keep out.
I like the fact that he's very impatient as well and very hasty because the love of his life is kidnapped. And he's like, oh my God, every time someone's gone in somewhere to try and infiltrate, it's like, it's been too long. We have to go in. And it's very understandable. He wears his heart on his string. That's what I like about Wang in the ways. He's a romantic, isn't he? While Patton is the cynic.
You know what, guys? Here's a really good comparison for you. Jack Burton is Henry, the mild-mannered janitor called Hong Kong Phooey, and Dennis Dunn as Wang is Spot the cat, who gets all the credits but never gets the credit from Hong Kong Phooey. That's what these two are like.
Number one super guy.
Yeah.
I love that show.
I wonder if that might have had some inspiration. I know, obviously, we have John Wayne being the inspiration for Burton, but a lot of great stuff.
You never know. You never know.
That's the thing, yeah.
I think Indiana Jones is the inspiration for Jack Burton here. They're having fun with an Indiana Jones Han Solo type character.
Yeah, and I just love the fucking line. It's just random shit like, yeah, those squirrels can sure chew the wires, can't they? So, and this is where we meet Egg Shan, who has actually more knowledge on this as well. And the thing is, they can't really go in to fight Lo Pan because of the storm is the image of difficulty at the beginning, but very soon they'll be able to bring order into chaos, and they need all the strength they can get first before they can bring that order into chaos or whatever. But they found the drag marks on the floor, which means there's probably a secret door there, everything. But and it opens as well, but they aren't very sure if it was them that got it open. But they see the Chinese characters are counting downwards, so they go in, and don't go in there. You're gonna get fucking trapped, mate. That's So yeah, we get more exposition from Egg Shen, and once again, he's basically an exposition dump, but he just plays it with so much weight as well. And
I should have had Chinese tonight, not American, but there you go. You live and you learn.
Yeah, so let me get this right. This is in my notes as well. So he establishes the mix-up of their mythology, that we're Asians, we take what they want and we leave the rest, like the salad bar. And that negative and positive furies power Lo Pan, and he's a demon because of the imbalance. A creature of a dark past, destructive power is a dream caused by tensions, and it's a lot of exposition. Fucking hell, they really do dump a lot on there as well, and especially when you got this very fast-paced movie. So,
but they are smart enough to entertain. Go ahead.
God
Go ahead.
damn, man.
I'll
sorry.
just say by the end of the of all the exposition, I'm still not exactly sure what he is. He's some sort of ethereal force ghost, Sith ghost, demon, somewhat incarnate. Sometimes he's a ghost. It was a pretty cool. It was at least an interesting exposition dump, even though it was mysterious. Like I would these days accuse people of being substance free, but in this context, it so totally works and it was fine and it powers the rest of the movie forward.
Are you talking about Egg Shen or are you talking about Lo Pan?
Any of the exposition, especially the one you just spoke about with Egg Shen with the demon and how long has he been around, how long has he been alive. We have a couple of characters like that.
You have actually raised a question as well because he's kind of unable to touch things physically, yet he still gets hit by the truck looking like a mannequin, and he can also have some kind of physicality to put the needle into the wrists of his bride. It's very confusing. It's very confusing. I don't know if there's
it's only kind of there. It's so weird. But the thing is, that's kind of the beauty of it because this is a one-off movie, kind of hived off another script and given its own mission and individuality of its own. It's not part two of another movie. It's got its own feel. Eyes. It's much more cohesive than Buckaroo Banzai, but it's set in a world that has just enough absurdity and is just enough fun that we can get away with a lot of this stuff. And you can give a minimal amount of exposition as long as the exposition is done punchy and funny. And then the movie keeps rolling forward. I mean, what is this thing? 1 hour, 54 minutes. I mean, it's fun and it's fast.
Yeah, no, it really does pass by very, very quick. Like the stream, which is going to go on a bit fucking longer. But if you've not watched this movie and you're watching this stream, watch the fucking movie first because we're going to be spoiling the shit out of it. I mean, not that there's anything worth not spoiling.
Do we really need to put a spoiler warning for a 40-year-old movie? Like
in 15 minutes, in 15 minutes we fail as reviewers when we pass the length of the movie.
Yeah.
EFAP does it every week. We're okay.
Sort your fucking life out if you haven't fucking seen Big Trouble in Little China by now. I mean, come on, man.
So yeah, they get fucking flooded by this salt water, which does the mention does pay off as well because it helps the characters escape later on. So yeah, even as ridiculous as this is, John Carpenter is still putting down little plot points for the. So you're not totally lost on what's happening. But yeah, this is fucked up. They're in this seawater with the hell of the upside down bodies and everything, and that's not good. That's fucking contaminated. That nasty. But they get caught by one of the storms who keeps throwing these balls at them, torturing them, and
come over here and fight like a man.
Yeah.
That is as John Wayne as you could possibly. That's the most John Wayne he gets in this film.
And this is such a great way where they properly get to meet Lo Pan this time and actually have a one-to-one with him. But and he just shows up in this fucking. He's this really crotchy, craggly old man in a wheelchair. And it's like, you're Lo Pan. He's like, David Lo Pan. I am him. It's like, I don't get it. Shut up, Mr. Patton. You're not put on this earth to get it. Oh, yes. Yeah, I hope you have many unanswered questions. And obviously, he gets a little bit fucking, Wing. He hears about Wing, Mao Ying getting fucking to be sacrificed because of the green eyes. And Wang is not very happy about it. And I think Jack Burton says something which causes him to say, if you have any influence over your friend, you better tell him to assert it, otherwise I'll have him skinned alive. And he just looks at him saying, are you insane? Is that your problem?
As a green-eyed person, I understand his need to exterminate them all. Like, you're doing the right. You're right to do this. We're coming for you.
Yeah, no. So, yeah, I just love how even though he's still in disbelief, like he's kind of fucking. He kind of calls him out for being maybe a bit of an incel in a way because he's looking for that one girl for 2,000 years and he's been doing something wrong. So yeah, he gets into the whole ritual thing and is like, when I find a woman, I will marry her.
He's the inverse Highlander, right? Because the Highlander, it's only a few hundred years, but it's the same kind of thing. It's like after he loses his first true love, it's like he just carries that pain forever and he can't really bond with anyone else after that.
Yeah, he also fills in information that if he marries her, he will be sacrificed. So the god Ching Dai that cursed him will be appeased and the curse will be lifted because he's this ghost demon thing stuck in his body and he can't get out. And Jack Burton is like, oh, you could check into a psycho ward, whichever comes first, right? And even though Wang Ching's like, please don't piss him off, and Jack's like, what, am I supposed to buy this shit? 2,000 years, you can't find one brought to fit the bill. Come on, Dave, you must be doing something seriously wrong. And Lopan gets really sentimental. He's like, there have been others, to be sure. There are always others. But you know, Mr. Burton, the difficulties between men and women, how seldom it works out. Yet we all keep trying like fools.
I want the movie redubbed with you doing the voice.
Yes.
That was fucking great. That was
Just so you guys know, the audiobook version of Big Trouble in Little China will be done by me and Luke by the end of the month. We're gonna work on this together. He's gonna do the David Lopan. I'm gonna do the Jack Burton.
I just, as long as it's somewhere in there, there's either a dedication or a special appearance by John Leguizamo.
Yeah, let's do him as Jack Burton is like, or check into a psycho ward, whatever comes
Or
first.
check into a psycho ward, whichever one comes first. Am I right?
Fucking Pee Wee Herman doing this like 2,000 years, you can't find one brought to fit the bill.
You got the wrong coast. You're doing the accent you're doing the delivery well, but the thing is, you're giving him an East Coasty accent. He's got like John Wayne, like, is from California.
Yeah, I can't really get I've been living in the East Coast and then the Midwest all my life, so it's hard to get that California.
Don't drink that water, Pilgrim.
Don't
It's
move those doggies to the other side of the field because I gotta go to the bathroom. Waha.
Yeah. But he does eventually see Margot and Eddie and Gracie in the security cameras. I was like, this really pisses me off to no end. His fucking delivery.
His delivery is epic. I love basket case little old David Lopan in the wheels. He's so good. And why, speaking of that though, why the fuck is Gracie going in there as the B team just to get themselves fucking kidnapped? And with the fucking pulling a Karen move, her pen is mightier than your sword, my friend. It's just like, and that security guy was eminently patient with her, just like, sorry, ma'am, no guest. No, now if you came in here with a busted telephone and walked in here, then we'd let you go wherever you want in a secure area. But other than that, you guys can't just come. I can help you. Like,
I like the way
his English is fucking bad. I think that's why they don't give him too many lines in this. I mean, the songs really only have like a handful of like bits of dialogue, and that's about it. But yeah, she's like you said, she's acting like a. Like you said, she's acting like a Karen while Eddie is actually trying to smooth things over. It's like, come on, a little tour. It can't hurt. So he's obviously a bit of more of a businessman. He can sort of be a bit more patient, but it doesn't matter anyway. These guys are going to fucking kill him anyways. So yeah, they wheel him into these wheelchairs and he manages to cut loose everything. They can they see that there is a way probably out, but there's a light in the door, everything. And I love how he's just giving away all the suspicious things about them before gassing them because, fuck it, why not? We're going to kill them. So, yeah, like you said, he warns because think positive, Jack. Oh, yeah, let's just chew our way out of here. It's like,
yeah, Wayne, let's just chew our way out.
This fucking line as well is like, listen, if Lopan didn't have a plan for us, we'd be dead. And it's like, which Lopan? Little old basket case on wheels on a 10-foot tall roadblock. But he does kind of calm down a little bit with all the complaining and what the fuck is going on when it comes to the insult scene where it's like, yeah, it's all things ancient army of the dead, monkey sacrifices, evil cities, everything. And there's a mad monarch who defeated our 7 warring states, defeated Lopan. And and like you said, Jack Burton kind of just listens to him and actually just doesn't throw any one-liners or anything. He actually listens to him and takes him seriously. So he does count. So it does show just how, he is kind of evolving a little bit, but he still doesn't change too much, which thankfully, but But then Eddie gets brought in, and they pretend to like they're still captured. But then he fucking gets he tries to use him as leverage to get his friends free, and twice, doesn't he, against Thunder? But Thunder just keeps inflating and knocks him into this fucking back into the wheelchair, which sends him hurtling down.
I mean, but listen, God bless Jack. Listen, God bless Jack. He just fucking will jump into any situation, even if he gets fucking knocked against the wall. He's just like, let's try that again, tough guy. And it's like, Jack, chill out, man. Like you're doing too much.
And let's hand it to our cast, because both of our actors are both Lopan and James Hong and the other guy. They're both born in America. One's Minnesota, one's LA. So they're putting on the accents that they're being told to and having fun with it and not having a problem with it. So great performances with no ego. Just delivering what they're giving the people what they freaking want. And we got this great movie, which, by the way, it is made only $11 million in its entire lifetime. It made $2 million the first weekend. What has life been like as the rights holder of this movie?
It's funny you mention this, because it was the movie that made John Carpenter not want to do any big studio movies ever again. It's like because this has been a big thing with John Carpenter. The 80s, just box office wise, was never kind to him. Though it's just even though the films were good and entertaining, I think maybe The Thing came out at the wrong time, because we had E.T. out there and everything, which was like a friendly alien, and people didn't want to see dark, depressing aliens anymore. So
I gotta believe there was some sort of blacklist going on with John Carpenter, man. I gotta believe that. Like, I guess we'd call him shadow ban now. Like, I gotta believe there was something, because all of his shit is pretty much top, with the exception of like Escape from LA. There's very few John Carpenter things that I do not enjoy. I mean, you'd be hard pressed to find one that I'd be like, nah, I'll pass. Like, Escape from LA is really the only one. What is it?
Mouth of Madness.
I like Mouth of Madness.
Yeah, I like that one.
Prince
Can I just say,
Prince of Darkness is good. Dennis Dunn's in that as well, and he's great.
Movie.
Prince of Darkness
Alice
is
Cooper.
great. Yeah.
Little Blue Oyster Cult imagery, but can we just defend The Thing for one moment? The Thing had movies very similar to it in theaters at the same time. It's in the movies at the same time as Blade Runner, and nobody's going to #1, and no one's going to be the #1 sci-fi movie that year, because there's a little movie called E.T. And there's a little movie called Indiana Jones. We're sucking up the box office with Spielberg movies and Lucas movies, and the fact that this got made. I mean, we're lucky we have it.
The thing is, sometimes when I look at those kind of stats, and when you sort of measure something up, like E.T. against The Thing or Blade Runner, it still wouldn't have changed me going to see Blade Runner and The Thing at that time, even if I wanted to go and see E.T.
Can I ask you a question though? What do you think it would be like to see The Thing and walk out of there and be like, oh my God, and like be at the Leicester Square place or someplace that's a multiplex and be like, I got to go see another movie to come down off seeing, The Thing. It was too messed up, and you walk into Blade Runner. What's your weekend like after that?
What we should actually do is The Thing, then Mouth of Madness and Prince of Darkness, because it's all the apocalyptic trilogy that John Carpenter sort of devised without telling people until afterwards.
Prince of Darkness is underrated, very underrated.
It's woefully underwatched as well. I mean, nobody really watches it.
You got Donald Pleasance on there, you got Egg Shen on there as well, and it's
Alice Cooper. I went to see that twice in movie theaters. It was so interesting. I was like, I got to see this movie again. Like and it never went anywhere. At the end was kind of cool and sci-fi with a weird twist to it, and it didn't have to be continued. It was pretty good.
Hey, Toxic.
I like Mouth of Madness. I think that might have been maybe before Vampires. That was his last good film, anyway, because I think Vampires might have been the last film that people really seem to think is like, that's the last really good John Carpenter movie. After that, we had
Ghost of Mars any good?
Yeah. What's that?
No.
Is Ghost
No.
of Mars any good? Because Toxic.
Yeah,
Avenger
it's
was
kind of
sitting-
forgettable.
It's
I mean,
much more
Exactly.
watchable than it is good. Like you'll enjoy your 2 hours of watching that movie, and the chick is so hot. She is so
Good, well, I
beautiful.
wanna
It's the
watch it
girl
then.
from
Sasha Henstridge.
Species.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a girl
God,
from
yes,
Species.
Species.
She's wearing her lower body has done great service by the outfit. She looks fantastic, but also like it's not like it's a terrible movie. It's just like it's kind of like a Philip K. Dick novel, not as deeply like nailed into reality. One of the Philip K. Dick novels that's like kind of cobbled together from
Yeah.
magazine articles and like maybe not so much of a movie script, just kind of a story. It's
Yeah.
okay. It's just not great.
Okay, cool.
So, so now they're escaped. You know, Eddie's got this fucking shotgun because Jack Burton incidentally knocks out a couple of the goons, and he almost falls down the well. But thankfully, he manages to save him. He manages to save himself. So now, Lopan is not happy as hard. No, like Skull says, find him, kill him, everything. And he does this weird floaty thing where I really love this special effect here as well, where I'm guessing it's an animatronic with a big glowing light inside as well, because you can sort of see them, you can sort of tell from the movement, but it still looks fucking good. It still looks 10 times better than anything that would be conjured up in a CGI in a computer anyway, because it's actually there. It's physically there.
It's got some weight. It's menacing, right? There's a little
I
bit
know.
of menacing to it. And he looks cool. And this smart school too.
And it's still pretty creepy, this scene as well, despite all the tongue-in-cheek humor. This is still a little creepy. You got that really good lavish
course.
scenery there. You got the John Carpenter music going, dee, 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 dee. And he does calm down the weird high-pitched delivery, doesn't he? It's like, so you would be married to me. Yeah, and he's kind of menacing when he's not saying anything and he's just looking and just moving very slowly in that. But then we got to get back to the phone. I mean, he comes across the bald guy from Hot Shots 2 who got killed in the fucking Rambo 3 piss take scene, and this guy as well. And and yeah, she's writing her story in the cell, and this is where we see Kim Cattrall in all gagged and bound. And John Carpenter was genuinely worried about her as he said, are you okay, Kim Cattrall? And Cattrall was like, no, don't worry, I've been in tighter spots than these. I'm like, yeah,
I bet she has. Bet she has.
You
You know,
remember
she's
from the casting call how tied up I was then. This is nothing.
Yeah,
you know,
back in
she's
her lassie days. Back in her lassie days, eh?
You know, she's a Scouser. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's Liverpudlian.
She's a Scouse lass.
Wait, Kim Cattrall's not an American? She does
she's
the
not, no.
accent fantastically. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Early in her career, she kept getting confused with Teresa Russell because they look the same in the face. They're a few years apart in age, but she was a great at the New York accent all through Sex and the City. Got to take it off to her. I never suspected. I always thought she was an American through all her roles.
This is news to me. I have never heard this trivia before at all.
Yeah, she's British in real life. I think she might have been raised in America, though. That's the thing. I think that's
She
why
might be like
Americans don't
Scully.
know. Yeah.
It says she's Canadian on her thing.
She was born in Liverpool.
Yeah, born in Liverpool and probably raised in Canada then. So yeah, I like I'm very weird about this. What are you going to achieve from this? I mean, are these goons going to say, okay, who is this you're taking hostage? I mean, does he work for us? I don't know this guy. I mean, do whatever the fuck you like. But it seems to work for a little while. They try to draw the guns on these female ninjas, but then they get into this fight scene where they're getting their asses handed to them, and Jack Burton's sort of like using that as a way to try and spring everyone else, by and he doesn't put it on automatic as well. He puts it on single shot, he's like, so, which probably is a smarter thing to do since these submachine pistols aren't very accurate when spraying bullets all over the place. So, I don't know, Toxic, am I right or am I wrong here?
No, if you're gonna use a Tech 9, definitely put it on single shot, because otherwise what you're gonna get is a brrr like that, and then that's it. Your mag is empty. So I mean, even if you have, it looks like he's got like a 30-round mag there. So even with that, if it's on full auto, it's just gonna go like that, and then it's despite what you may have seen in action movies, that's it. It's over with. And then not only that, it's probably gonna fucking jam because those things are pieces of shit.
Yes.
Those are like-
Yes, absolutely. You're so
Yeah.
right. Although if they work, you've got 100% control of eliminating the first foe. They're going down.
True. For sure.
And this is where fucking one of the storms. Is it Thunder? This guy? Let me have a look.
He's Thunder. Yeah, he's
yeah, it's
Thunder.
Thunder. Yeah, I thought so because he can fucking just tear down these walls and everything, but then he allows a door to fucking obstruct him, and he
Right.
opens it like a normal
Yeah,
guy.
he's,
like,
he's only as super strong as the plot needs him to be at any
yeah,
given
it's I don't
time.
know.
But I get the impression that he's the number one of the three. Like he's Lopan's number one guy. Yeah, at least he appears that way to me. I love the fact that Gracie accidentally knocks Jack into
Yeah.
the fucking water. These two have great fucking chemistry. These two, I would have loved to have seen them in other films. I mean, obviously, probably Goldie Hawn, as soon as she got her hooks into Kurt Russell, was like, "Yeah, fuck this shit. You ain't never doing a movie with that bitch again."
Yeah, I agree with that. But
She met Kurt Russell 2 years before on Swing Shift.
9 years before.
Oh, 9
79.
years. Wow.
1979 is Swing Shift. They had been together a long time, and little Captain
Damn.
America USA Agent is like on the way at this point. I mean, this is
nice.
I mean, these, you know what? It's nice to see some people can be in love and stay together. You know, like so
Yeah, I
what if
like
it was
that. I
easy
like
for
that.
them
I
because
really
they're
do. I
both
mean-
so gorgeous, but you know, it's like an unfair
Yeah,
advantage.
I literally the day that it's announced that Kurt and Goldie have broken up, I'm driving my fucking Kia off of a fucking bridge because then there's no hope for anybody if they can't like they make me
Guys,
still
next
believe-
April Fools, we all have to.
Hey, mind you, Kurt Russell got to make out with Michelle Pfeiffer in Tequila Sunrise, so maybe Goldie just kind of relaxed the rule. You know what I mean?
You don't
I
mention that
think-
to Inside Man. He did not like.
He
that
doesn't
movie,
like
did he?
Tequila Sunrise. Inside Man is a
He
Tequila
doesn't.
Sunrise hater.
He doesn't like it.
Bad movie, but a lot of Michelle Pfeiffer in a bathing suit. So I mean,
Any movie where Michelle Pfeiffer's getting tag teamed by two great leading men. I mean, I just wanted to see like an Eiffel Tower scene between the two of those guys.
I have the Michelle
Or in this
Pfeiffer
case, Eiffel
exception.
Towers.
I call it the Lady Hawk exception. It's not a great movie, but I'll hang with it because she's so gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to watch that. Even though Matthew Broderick was pretty fucking wonderful. It's like, oh my god, she turns into a bird, a hawk, and he turns into a wolf. Oh my god, what the hell's happening here? So I like the fact that she does eventually kind of kiss him as well. She's been sort of shrugging him, thinking he's this another big macho bonehead, but he's earned it though. He's come through. He's shown he's not just this poser, but she does.
He's not a
actually feel about his
scoundrel.
thing. Yeah, yeah. Don't you kiss me? I mean, I'm a woman. I'm proper like that. I'm not a slut. You know.
You
I
know,
wasn't classy in high school.
you know, women can talk about feminism and you know, all that kind of stuff and the male gaze all they want to, but I'll tell you what, there's nothing they like better than to be fucking unapologetically smooched in the middle of some fucking shit water below a fucking Chinese madman's fucking drug den.
You knew when you told me your worshipfulness, it would start a conversation that led to the making out.
But I do like the joke as well, where she's like, Margot, and she gets Margot, and it's like, where's Wang? Oh, there's Wang. Where's Eddie? Here. Where's Jack? And then I like how Jackie's trying to play it cool as well. It's like, will you please stop rubbing against me? It's distracting.
I use that line almost every night when I work with a female bartender at the bar at the hotel. I'm like, they pass by me. I'm like, can you stop rubbing up against me? I can't concentrate when you do that. And it's
So they managed to escape through the seawater because, you know, they've already had that experience. And this is such great comic timing as well. It's like, listen, you know, it's probably clear as well. You've got the other guards there, you know, it's, you know, so just stay here and we go to on 3, 1, 2, 3. And then you get these guys behind the
We may be
fucking wall
trapped.
ready to kill them. It's like, yeah, we may be trapped.
just so you know, little trivia for you. That's that little clip where he opens the thing and then they're all the henchmen are standing there. That is what they used to promo this when this premiered on HBO and Cinemax back in the 80s.
Yeah, it's so good as well. The comic timing, everything, the delivery from Kurt Russell. Oh, God, man, it cracks me up every time. And I like the fact he's still staying in front as well to distract them while everyone else gets away. Yeah, once again, he's not the best fighter, but fucking hell, he has got some courage on him, though. He is standing by. He is going to stand by his friend Wang. And that's why we still like him, despite the fact he's in over his head here. But I mean, because we see earlier as well, he killed a guy for the first time, and obviously he's not killed. But I like how they don't go too fucking serious with it as well. It's like, yeah, of course I killed somebody, even though I haven't in real life, and it's gonna haunt me for days. But then move on with the plot, and we get a bit more of Jack Burton bumbling about, with his fucking knife while Wang's just proper laying everyone out like a boss. Once you get more fight scenes, everything, and it's just so funny. He just pulls a knife out, it files his fucking hands. God knows where, and he has to go get it.
The astonishing thing with Dennis Dunn, he's not even a martial artist. He just learned the moves. He's just got good choreography. Everybody thought he was a martial artist. He wasn't.
I know.
I would rather take a good actor who can be, either trained and or at least pretend like they can fight, than take a good fighter and pretend like they can act.
Yeah.
I don't know that show Iron Fist show sort of stands in the way of that, because that guy had no fight training and couldn't sell a fight scene or even throw a punch towards the camera that looked convincing.
Don't get me
But he
started
was
on
an
that fucking show.
But he was an okay actor. So I'm like, you can't double it enough. Sometimes you need a certain amount of skill. This actor came and gave he had the physicality to do it. He dedicated himself. I got to give it to him. I can't dance and move like this, It's choreographed. It's great.
What's the name of the actor who's in Banshee who played the former white supremacist? He's in Iron Fist, isn't he? I forgot his name, but
Ed O'Neill, Ed Burns.
I think so. But
No, I know who you're talking about. Yes, I'll get his name in a minute. Yeah, I know who you're on about. Yeah, because he lost a ton of weight, didn't he? He used to look a bit big before, then he kind of dropped a lot.
Yeah, he's a really good actor. I mean, fucking hell, he was in Ozark as well as Laura.
Yeah. I'll get his name for you in a minute. I used to know his name actually.
I know he was probably the best thing in there. He seems to be the best thing in everything he's fucking in, to be honest. He's a very underrated actor, and he deserves some more great work. But God, this is so funny by Kurt Russell. He jumps out going, "Ha!" and everyone's knocked out, and he just looks embarrassed.
Yeah. It's kind of like when Han Solo chases the stormtroopers down the hallway and gives up and runs away from them. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it is.
You're
going to kill our fucking audience with liver damage. You are, Bottega. I'm not having you on anymore.
In Northern, it's Tom Felprey. That's the actor's name.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah,
he is great.
really
He's
underrated
awesome.
actor. I really like him.
In Banshee, he's great as the white supremacist who's reformed.
He's
Holy
even
shit,
better
man.
in Ozark, though. Really, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, he should have won a fucking Oscar for that role. But yeah,
this monster, I don't know what they call this monster in the credits, but this monster, along with the little eyeball guardian, freaked my sister out. Like, I would pause it during the scene just to get my sister to leave the room and go cry, and she would yell and be like, "Mom, Toxic is showing the monster again on the movie."
Yeah, I like the fucking effect as well. It looks a little fake, and it does look like something that was left over. I think it was on the Drinker stream where they mentioned that. But yeah, it looks like a weird fucking ginger hairy ball sack with teeth. But fuck it, that's not the weirdest thing that happens in this movie, though. It's not. But yeah, so Uncle Chu and X-Shen are out there with the bus waiting to get out, and they manage to escape. But then they realize, oh wait, we didn't find Mao Yin. And where the hell is Gracie? And yeah, there's the fucking ginger hairy ball sack with teeth just taking it down to Lopan. And then Lopan sees she's got like the green eyes. It's like, "Two girls with green eyes." And he does this weird laugh. It's like,
yeah, it's like a Chinese old pedophile, like really fucking cranked up to 11. I would also point out that if Gracie and her fucking friends not gone in there and distracted, I'm pretty sure they could have gotten out of there with Mao Yin. But fucking Gracie had to go and cock everything up. And they they had to split the difference on this shit, and that she gets her dumbass fucking taken hostage. But whatever. Know your limits, women. Know your limits.
Yeah, we need a kidnap so they can fucking save her later. And even when she's kidnapped, she's like, where's Lo Pan? I want to see that dirty flesh peddler Lo Pan in person. And she keeps going on. She's biting his fingers, everything. And he's like she's a fucking cat. And he's like, "I was trying to pet you. Stop biting me."
Charming to the last.
Yeah. Yeah, this is like some radical Alice Wonderland. Like, yeah, looks like you got a bestseller on your hands. And I forgot to mention this line as well because Jack Benton does say, "Why can't we go to police?" And Wang's like, "Yeah, well, police have better things to do than get killed." And he repeats this line back to her as well. And yeah, so here comes fucking Egg Shen with the gang, and it's ready for them to go into battle, and get to Lo Pan and rescue everyone. I just love him. He just brings out this fucking 45 Magnum to give to Jack Benton. It says, "Make you feel
44
real
Magnum.
tough like Dirty Harry." And it's like, I'm gonna stick with this, mate. I don't know, but answer me this question: would the Magnum have been a lot better than the Tech 9, jamming wise, I should say?
Well, jamming wise, sure, revolver's always better, but Jesus, do you really want to carry around
Yeah.
that fucking hand cannon? I wouldn't carry that shit around. You're gonna just break your wrist with that fucking thing. I don't know, man. Maybe for one of them big monsters, put a bullet in it, but you never see it again, so it's no point anyway. Like, and I don't know
I'm
many.
down with carrying it. I'm down with carrying it because I like the pistol whipping potential it has. Just like
Yeah,
take that
fact.
thing out and slap somebody around. They're gonna see things your way quick.
Good point. Good point. But yeah, 44 Magnum's not really something I'd want to be rocking. But neither, I mean, to be fair, neither Tech 9 is not really anything. Also, I wanted to point out that the big getaway, that little aluminum bus is not withstanding a bunch of AK-47 rounds. Like that's where the movie ended right there. The rest of this film takes place in heaven because all of them would have been dead from that shit for sure.
They're cheap tech-made AKs. They didn't do the kind of damage the Russian ones would do. Come on, where's your suspension of disbelief?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess so.
Yeah, take care. Shut up, Matt. Take care, man. So yeah, Wang is in this movie. What happened to Chung? Everybody have fun
good one.
tonight. Everybody have fun tonight.
What the fuck is
Oh,
a Wang
E,
Chung?
way to go.
Well, is Margot really arguing to go with the fucking rescue group?
I know. What
Shut
the
the
fuck? She gonna go?
Shut up, Margot. Sit your ass down. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, just, you know what? I like the idea. She's with the rescue party. We get to see her tight little ass and her running around. She looks freaking great. Let's just leave her in the movie and find something. She can make sandwiches as we go. I'm being honest here, guys.
Okay, man.
I'm
Yeah.
happy to look at her. This is a good movie because she's in it.
Yeah, I was
and
on with
doesn't have a big role.
I was on with Trevor Retro as well, and I don't know if I think he seems to find her a little bit attractive. I mean, I don't think she's ugly, but it's just when you next to Kim Cattrall, 1980s
Yeah,
Kim
she
Cattrall.
look.
I mean,
Yeah, Margot might be okay in a soccer mom 80s situation while you're unwrapping your Transformers Christmas presents or something like that under the tree. But yeah, you put her in a movie with Kim Cattrall and this fucking Asian hot piece of ass here, you're not doing so good. I'm just saying.
mannequin Kim. Holy shit.
I'll put it to you like this. Not only is she classically pretty, but she also exudes a lot of sexiness, and a lot of women don't do both at the same
Yeah.
time. There are a lot of pretty actresses that lack the sexiness, and there's a lot of actresses who aren't that pretty who have like a raw sexiness to them.
No, agreed. And obviously, he's very happy that he's got these two fucking hotties with raw sexiness, and he starts laying this.
They rewound his age.
He's
He's so
monologue
happy.
as well, doesn't he? Was like, my soul swims in it, scattered across time, trapped in the world of formlessness. So he's basically telling her that, yeah, she's going to be going through this ritual to be his bride as well. And it's one of the few times where he's not doing these weird deliveries. He's actually doing it very subtle, and he actually is a little bit menacing here.
Is it because
And-
she's rewound his age a bit and he's kind of stable at where he's at because he's kind of already drawn some power off of her? Because he has this vampire-like aspect to the way he works.
I'll buy that.
Yeah, this is probably one of the few scenes where
He's
he's
younger
actually
looking
kinda
already.
menacing. Yeah.
A lot younger looking than the last time we saw him, looking like you said, an old ball sack. Like now he's like back, he's looking pretty fresh. You know what I mean? Very natural is what we say here in America when the corpse looks that good.
Yeah, I am convinced James Hong is a Lo Pan in real life. That guy is just still fucking going. He's in his 90s, man, and he doesn't look any different. Do you see him in everything all at once? Yeah,
Oh
still-
God,
still
yes,
looks
he's
the
in
same.
that. You're correct.
Yeah, he's like he's the granddad, isn't he? So
Still out
Yeah,
there
yeah.
making money, doing great work.
yeah.
I need to get that wife beater vest from Kurt Russell, man. That is an awesome design.
The spouse
the fact,
suppressor, Kung Fu.
I also like the fact that Wang has this sort of like old school ancient naivety to him, while Well, Action is a lot older and a lot wiser, and he's like he kind of throws back his a brave man likes to feel nature on his face thing. Is like, yeah, but a wise man knows when to keep out of the rain. So so apparently he's one of the richest guys in Chinatown, but he lives in this dump of all these things. He's getting all the equipment he needs, all his magical
Makes
potions,
sense
all
to
that.
me.
And this is what it takes to the sewers, but it's like it's not the sewers. It's kind of like this other well that's kind of been forgotten about with all the souls and like some kind of hell. It's weird. It's fucking weird. I mean, I'm just going through the notes for all the expositions that I've tried to compile on this because. Once, like I said earlier, there is tons of exposition on the lore of this movie.
You can tell it's torn out of another script. You can tell that there was another overly ambitious script that they're like, you've got 2 movies here. Just, hive the other movie out of the original one. And the weirder movie got made first.
Yeah, so the sewer is full of blackblood after the world was turned upside down. Normal people died, but the unnatural roam to offend the gods. They carry, it's something like that. It's really weird. It's very complex and very sort of intricate, and it's kind of one of the few times when the movie takes a breather as well. We've got the ritual of who's going to be the bride, cutting back between them, traveling onwards to Lopan's secret lair again, because this time they're not going to go through the front alley. They're going to sneak in and.
Yeah, but why that ritual? He hasn't been with a woman in over 1,000 years or something like that, and he has his fucking bodyguard shirtless fucking dancing in front of him. Like, what?
It's weird. It makes no sense.
Master, why is it I have to get oiled up and do this dancing? Shut up, Thunder! You do what you are told.
Didn't he say there were other women? He wanted to make sure that everyone knew he was still getting some. It's like, oh no, there have been others.
Yeah. I'm definitely not fumbling around in my robe. All right, so keep doing your shirtless thing, okay, handsome? So, yeah, it's weird as well, but then they got a gun, these glowing swords, and touch this fucking dragon thing that flashes green, and it's like, they passed. I will marry both of them. But once again, we get more weird shit where they're looking at something in the water, but then this thing pops out of the walls, grabs this guy. This poor guy gets eaten by this weird bud.
Yeah, he's the red shirt. He's the red shirt of the Sing Dings.
Yeah. He fucking throws the explosion. It's like, oh, it'll come out no more. And it's like, what? What will come out no more? I would say the same fucking thing. Yeah, what was that bloody thing? It's never answered. What that black water? What is it? I mean, it's never mentioned if it's blood.
This is the Chinese. Remember, there's many hellmouths. This is the Chinese. The Chinatown hellmouth. And as we know, the Chinese Slayer was killed by Spike. So right now they're kind of having to do without. All right. So miso sali.
Yeah. Sorry, love. I don't.
I love how. Yeah. So I don't speak Chinese. I love how fucking the lightning character can just automatically roofie chicks with his fucking lightning powers and just fucking.
I love the way you put that.
Yeah. And Jesus Christ, why have they not put these fish in fucking a refrigerator or something? Because that does not look like it's got it's cold or anything. I mean,
you just think about that next time you take the wife out to fucking eat Chinese. You just remember
that. Yeah, these fucking guy just bites this fish head and it's like, later, okay.
Unsanitary, dirty people. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't want to be racist about it, but they are.
Have you been to India? Well, that's another story altogether, my friend.
Yeah, so we get more exposition. Turns out the first sovereign emperor, Qing Hang, subjugated Lopan, made him low flesh. Now he is a dream. And I love how Jack's just like, just get to the point, egg, okay? But so basically goes for the exposition of the ritual that we already know. And but only a dream can kill a dream. So they're sneaking all over the place. And this does present a few plot holes, a few lapses in logic, because there's no guards around when they go to certain places because, he's too busy marrying. Yeah, but at least get some fucking security so your ceremony doesn't get interrupted. But, I don't know, you got to have the plot happen and...
Nah, I mean, I've been married.
Yeah.
I can see why he was ambivalent about his survival, knowing what the future held.
Yeah, no, I mean, you're gonna get turned into mortal. I'd get as much security as you can, mate, because you're not gonna enjoy that mortality forever, are you? But
That's true.
like I said earlier at the beginning of the stream, this is supposed to be this weird temple. Yeah, it looks like a weird 1980s nightclub mall in ever, but fuck it, I'm going with it. I mean, even as an escalator, why is there an escalator?
I would so party there. Tell me you don't want to party there. Like you could see Crockett and Tubbs walking in. You can see Crockett and Tubbs walking into that place and just like, all right, there's something going on here.
I haven't mentioned enough about the sets though, but God, they do look really good as well. They look kind of ancient, but at the same time, there's this surrealism to them as well, which doesn't look quite of this world. But I do like it though. I mean, it does.
For 40 years old, not to interrupt you, but for 40 years old special effects, this is damn fucking good. This is better than a lot of shit I see on Disney Plus. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, I mean, look, because it's still a physical thing. It's just up against a green screen.
And at the same time, I and I've said this before in many a stream, and I'll repeat it. I don't care if the whether it's an old episode of Doctor Who or Red Dwarf or Star Trek, whatever it is, I will accept subpar special effects if the story, the plot, the action, the acting is good. Like, I don't give a shit how good you're fucking, you know what I mean? Like, listen, at the end of the day, Andor can be as beautiful as it fucking is, and people can dick ride that fucking show as much as they want, but I fall asleep every time it fucking comes on because it's stupid and it's boring. I'd much rather watch an old episode of Star Trek TNG. And that's just me, man. So, I mean, I'd much rather watch this movie than anything Disney Plus is churning out this day. So.
Hey, the Stargate TV series is great for all of its quirks, and Jack O'Neill's awesome.
The Highlander series is great, even though I can tell that they've reused the sets 5 or 6 fucking times, and inexplicably halfway through each season they go to Paris for no fucking good reason. Like, I don't care. I don't care. I like the show. It's well done. It's great. And same goes for this. 40 years, guys. 40. That is a lot of fucking time to have gone by, and this movie still holds up. So
looks a lot better than the season of Starfleet Academy I just watched.
My God.
Help you. You're gonna get dude. Can we do an intervention and get you to, I know it's part of your repertoire, but dude, you're gonna get cancer watching that shit. I swear to God, like, you're gonna
It's too late for me, son. She was right.
No, I've got to save you, Father. I've got to save you. It's not too late.
Get this USB stick of the Emperor's Prawn collection out to the universe. They need to know what kind of man he was.
Yikes.
But going back to the special effects, I still like it. I love Jack Baird's reaction as well. Oh, please, come on. What is that?
I love the fact that he throws rounds into it too. Like, that's what I would have done.
You don't know until you try.
Yeah, like put some fucking hollow points in that bitch. This is that time that you mentioned the 44 Magnum. This is when the 44 Magnum would have came in, because I definitely think that would have
committed to this.
Yeah,
that would have miss.
But sorry,
you're not going to miss. It's going to fire, and you're not going to miss. It's got an extremely long barrel. I mean, he's like Toxic is right. It's a pain in the ass. This gun, like I said, it's great for pistol whipping people. You've got to carry this thing across your back. It's like a broadsword of pistols. Okay, so you pull this thing out, it will hit that thing. It will absolutely fire, and it will blow it apart. Whatever.
Or if you're Dirty Harry from Sudden Impact, it's the 44 Automag punk.
It's funny that this little thing caused them so much problems with their special effect. Like, that thing cost more than Slimer and Ghostbusters.
Jesus Christ.
That's why the movie's only made $11 million.
Yeah, and they must have worked fucking hours, maybe days and months on this thing just for just a few minutes of screen time.
Yeah, it does look great.
Money well spent.
If this summer done well at the box office, we would have got a sequel. I think we would have.
I'm glad we don't. I'm glad we don't. I'm glad we just left it.
No, I agree.
No, I'm fine with it. I'm also fine without any fucking reboots. Although
Dwayne the Rock Johnson, we're gonna honor John Carpenter, but we're gonna make it a bit more ethnically correct. Are you kidding me, bro? Come on, man.
Well,
What's
I
the
mean,
name of
I will
that?
say this. I will say this. They've gone away from the Dwayne the Rock Johnson, and then they've been trying to tap.
God.
I saw in an interview recently with the two Russells, Wyatt and Kurt, where they've been trying to tap Wyatt to do a. They're like, "Hey, you could be a younger," and his clap back on it was, "I'm older than my dad was in that. Thank you, but I would not play a younger Jack Burton. I'm actually older than Jack Burton is in that film. Just so you
They're
know."
trying to bring back Escape from New York, aren't they? And I mean, you could get Wyatt Russell to play Snake Plissken, couldn't you?
No, Zendaya is Snake Plissken.
Oh,
They're
no.
looking at him for
Don't
the
even
Duke of
joke
New York.
about
Yeah,
that.
I'm not Vegan's
They're
got
looking
it,
for Wyatt for Duke of
Zendaya,
New
the
York.
woman who's replaced Tessa Thompson with the expressionless face.
You guys are
Two
monsters.
actresses with
You
great
guys are
range. They've
monsters.
got great
Shut
range,
up.
those actresses. Yeah.
When it
so-
doesn't happen, you'll appreciate the movie that much more. What can I tell you?
So this has basically given us exposition on Lo Pan's past with Egg Shen as well. So now Egg Shen has pretty much revealed that, yeah, he has been this kind of rival for Lo Pan as well. This guy who's now destined to stop him. But yeah, it
You
is.
should
Yeah, it's
not
kind of
have come
exposition, but
back.
at the same time, he still manages to sell it. And this is where we get the medicine as well. And it's like this: it'll just make you see things you never see before, make you do things no one else can do. And yeah, the 6 demon bag. That's it. And he
Yeah.
does this.
So,
great,
so basically, it's liquid meth. In case anyone
yeah, it's
wanted
liquid.
to know what liquid methamphetamine. I get it. It's fine.
Yeah, so they do this one last toast as well before they go into a final battle. And yeah, here's to the Army and Navy and the battles they have won. Here's to America's colors, the colors that never run. And may the wings of liberty never lose a feather. And it's kind of a good moment where he does calm down. Once again, he calms down the bravado a little bit and gets a bit serious with him. And it's kind of touching as well. He's once again, these two really sell the chemistry between these two. Definitely these chalk and cheese friends. And then they drink the fucking medicine, the meth or whatever, and it's like, you know what? I'm feeling pretty good. I'm not scared. I feel kind of invincible, don't you? And it's like, yeah, positive mental attitude. Yeah, everyone's all smiling. Every scene, every moment in this fucking movie just makes me laugh. It really does. Yeah, the amount of fun these people are having, and yeah, he says the line, "Is it getting hard in here?" But then we got to the ceremony, and they can't do anything until he becomes mortal. And Wang is almost desperate to run into it as well to prevent them getting married, but he gets stopped, and then he just starts becoming overacting, fucking Lo Pan again once he once he pierces her wrist and is like, "I'm mortal." Yeah, it's working. So the Sidley's more, so I think, yeah, now it's our time. Everyone has this fucking battle cry, and he shoots the fucking ceiling and knocks himself
Which
out.
they use for many promos.
Yeah. Every time, it never fails to crack me up, and he's knocked out through almost the whole battle. This whole battle's going on, and he's knocked out cold. But it's cool as well. You got the Jack Carpenter music playing. I mean, explosions, and he's fighting the girls to pierce them, so he become even more mortal than he is, and I love the fight he has with fucking Rain as well. They're just flying in the air, clashing swords. It's so bizarre, but it's just fun to watch. It really is. But yeah, he manages to get up, and now he's come across this big fucking metal armored dude as well. So he pulls out the knife, which once again was set up very well. He has the hidden knife in his boot, and he manages to push it forward to stab him, but then he's kind of stuck as well. The armored guy's weighing on him, and he can't get up. But it gets so bizarre. It really does. It gets so fucking bizarre. They got this hologram video game playing, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on here?
Oh, look at that costume, though, man. That is top tier costume making right there.
Oh yeah.
God damn, dude.
Yeah, I don't know why fucking Lopan does this, but he starts wiggling his thumbs, going while doing that. Why? But it's like, you never could beat me, Egg Shen. And like, really? Wait, so you beat him in that one? I couldn't tell. It was just so fucking weird. But I'll give him credit though, for a guy who looks like he runs out of fucking breath just walking up one flight of stairs. He's managing to handle the action pretty well. But yeah, he blows up the temple as well, the big skull thing, and he gets safe. And yeah, what the hell's going on? It's like, never mind that. We got to get to Lopan. And yeah, they just take this guy up by kicking him in the balls. It's like, okay, we aren't going to do that. We're just going to kick him in the balls and fucking run off, and that's it. But and yeah, even he's questioning what the hell she's went. Well, I was getting married because my hair's a green too, and the kiss, and it leads to that other joke, which never was planned as well. They just left the lipstick in for a laugh because it just shows
it's a great gig.
Yeah, once again,
a great gag and a gig.
Yeah, it lends into him being a bit of the bumbling, heroic arsehole. But
I love the funky Buddhas.
Yeah, no, these do not look like accurate fucking ancient Chinese statues. They really don't. But yeah, he seems very conflicted that he has to kill her as well. But I have to appease the god. I got to kill you, even though I would love to have you love to love you a long time. So, so yeah, I think although Toxic is still here, and we might be finishing soon before you go to work. So yeah, and this is where we go. Well, what does Jack? Well, it's like all Jack Burden says, and he's like, who? Jack Burden, me.
Which
says,
James Gunn ripped off for Guardians of the Galaxy 1 when you have the same scene with Star-Lord.
Yeah.
And he goes, who? And it's a rip-off of this. And what happens with the sequel? We get Kurt effing Russell, who didn't really seem to care for being in the sequel, and the press tour interviews, he was so uninterested in being there. Except James Gunn, he's a fan.
If you had to hang out with James Gunn.
Yeah, that seems a good point. But Jesus Christ, because he actually had some good chemistry with Chris Pratt, even though and he was
sure he liked his co-stars.
Maybe except for Michael Rooker anyway. I'm kind of torn who is better, Michael Rooker or Kurt Russell in that movie, because they both fucking rocked in their roles. So, but yeah,
I'll probably watch it again at some point.
Kurt's been at it too long to show up for any movie, even if he isn't wild about the writer or director and not do a real good job. You know what I mean? He's got a reputation at stake. He's now thinking about his legacy. He went out there and knocked it out of the park. And then at the interviews, he's just like, it's been a year putting up with this weirdo. It's just like, I'm not getting really paid as much as I was.
Kurt Russell was in Assault on Precinct 13, the original. I kept imagining who would he have been in that film, even though you had two great leading guys anyway that nobody had ever heard of. But I just wanted he could have been a third cog in the wheel somewhere.
I've not actually seen
he has his own cop movie. His cop movie, Dark Blue, is pretty good. It's by the Bad Lieutenant.
Oh God,
some of the Bad Lieutenant people.
For the longest time. I need to watch that again. Thanks for reminding me, man. Cheers.
Yeah, that's a good thing about this stream. We get reminded about films we've not seen in a long time, but
I got Jackie Brown, by the way, the 4K special mother effing edition.
Oh man, we got to do a stream on that one day.
I'll show it to you on Sunday. I can't wait to watch that.
Yeah, we've got to do a stream on that one day because, once again, Tarantino, I could fucking watch his movies and analyze those movies all day because there's always these great.
I would prefer a Tarantino film over a Christopher Nolan film any day of the week. And I'm not saying Christopher Nolan has not made a bad film, but he has started to make bad films.
Yeah, I'll just make one quick joke on that one. The Weirdacy. Can we start to call it what it is? The Weirdacy.
Yeah, that's definitely Twilight Zone shit. We'll talk about that another time, I think, when it comes out. But it does,
that's why I kept it to just a joke. I mean, we could derail for an hour on how crazy that's gotten.
Jeez.
The Weirdacy is the only way to describe that freaking movie.
Yeah,
it's a spoof in disguise, but it's not a spoof.
Yeah, no, we'll talk about that when it comes out.
Unself-aware. I don't know what's going. Maybe it's like some kind of clever troll of Hollywood.
We will talk about that when we do a stream, Teague. We will, okay. But right now we gotta get back because we're nearly ending.
Mr. Patton, who's about to get destroyed.
Yeah, it does pay off the setup as well because we've seen just how good his reflexes are at the beginning when he takes that bet with Wang, and yeah, he misses the knife throw. He hits the gong. Fucking Lo Pan gets the knife and gets ready to throw him, but he catches it and throws it right into his forehead, and it's awesome. Once again, the setup is paid off.
Dang, man.
And these statues fall like dominoes for some reason. I don't know. And we've got this real good sort of like great shot as well where Wang and I think I'm Thunder. Is it Thunder? I'm getting my fucking storms mixed up. Yeah, Thunder. He's just they're going back and forth in his doorway, aren't they, out of shot? And for some reason, Thunder stops and just breaks this thing on the fucking table for no reason at all, and then chases him again. I'm like, what? Why?
His line delivery is how John Wayne would have delivered it himself. That's the uncanny valley thing about it all.
Yeah. And he does, once again, he brings back the land. It's all in the reflexes. And then he has this pause. And then, oh, yeah, fucking hell, Wang's in trouble. Shit, I forgot.
Oh, by the way, Kurt Russell, best Elvis ever.
Yeah.
Agreed.
He is.
Yeah.
Played him 3 times, but I always thought Thunder breaking that little statue. I always thought he was like, he's always hated that thing, or some other homoerotic version of a demon had gotten it for Lo Pan, and he was jealous, and he always wanted to break it. And then he figured, well, this is my moment. The master's not going to notice because we're in the middle of this big fight, so I'm just going to break this thing in the middle of this fight. That's the backstory I came up with in my mind.
He kept all his Horcruxes in the same place. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's better than nothing, but fuck it. It's just funny. It's just funny because it just comes out of nowhere. You're like, okay, he just smashed that thing, and now he's going back to chasing him and trying to kill him. And he's still got the lipstick on his face as well, and she wipes it off. But it is a great shot as well. I mean, this is a great comedic shot. But then he sees his master, his dad, and he just starts inflating for some fucking reason.
He turns into a big garbage pail kid for no fucking reason at all. And he's all of a sudden he's got Lizzo feet. You know, it's just like it's like one Snickers bar away from a fucking amputee situation. My kids used to love me to rewind this part where he turns into the garbage pail kid and it explodes. I don't think he's gonna stop.
Yeah. I don't care that it looks fake. It still looks good. It's still very.
Oh, it's great. No, it's great. It's epic. It's epic.
I know. I mean,
Does it really look fake? You know what I mean? It's kind of supposed to be that crazy looking.
Yeah, I mean, for all their powers, the 3 storms get killed pretty easily. Especially if Wang kills one of them with the sword in the fight, and he fucking explodes. I think he was trying to go kamikaze on them, wasn't he? He was trying to go Palestine alarm clock on these people for some reason. I don't know. But...
Aloha snack bar. I think it's because our characters are so powerful, right? That they're Nazgul killers in this world, so to speak. So that's my best explanation.
I also think they are maybe just magicians, and it was Lo Pan's magic that was keeping them, making them even more powerful. Like, I've seen things. That's why
I said Nazgul, like tied to his will, sort of like.
Oh, okay. Like, yeah. I didn't know what that meant, but yeah, it's there's a thing. I don't want to bring up another Star Wars reference, but there's a thing in the book lore where the reason why the rebels are able to take down the Empire and Jedi and Return to the Jedi is because after the Emperor was killed, he was basically like force, coordinating all of the attacks or whatever. So there's a sequel book to that called Heir to the Empire that kind of describes that. So that's where I always kind of thought, because it is true that it's Wang makes short work of Rain. Thunder does his fucking garbage pail kid kamikaze, and fucking discount Raiden here gets fucking just a not even a big brick. They just throw a piece of you could throw that piece of rubble on me and I could probably shake it off. So he just explodes for some reason. Like, was it that easy the whole time? I don't know.
I mean, they die very goofily as well. I mean, even when fucking Rain gets stabbed, he's like, "Oh, I got stabbed, shit!" And he explodes. It's like.
I mean, I guess you could make an argument that Wang had like an enchanted sword or something like that, and that's why he was able to kill the Guardian and Rain with it. Maybe, I don't know. It makes you wonder what happened to it. Why did he lose the fucking sword? Why didn't he show up with it in the final boss fight? And let me ask you this: did fucking Egg Shen have this crossbow grappling thing ready to go? Did he bring this just in case they had to have a situation where they had
Oh
to
yeah, there's a lot
I
of things
guess
that seem to
so.
happen for the plot. It's,
Standard issue.
yeah, I mean, how the fuck did Egg-Shan get up there? And he's like, hey, it wasn't easy. So it just embraces the madness now. That's it. It knows what it is, and that's why we still love it. So yeah, he repels them. They drop the fucking boulder on the last storm as well. and
It's
they
not
escape.
even a boulder. It's like it's like just a piece of concrete. Like, I mean, yeah, it'd break a rib or something, but to make this lightning god explode, like, it's what the fuck was on that boulder? Like, at least have like a little 10-second quick cut of him like putting some Semtex on the back of it or some shit. You know, like, give me something.
At least
That would
at
make
least
it.
they
That
don't
would
done
make it
this,
even
but-
more. Yeah, that would make it even more hilarious as well. Especially if we have a movie that's just so over the top and unapologetically over the top. So yeah, they get in the truck, everything, and he blows a few guns that are trying to shoot at him, and like, you know what the key is? It's like, yeah, I do. It's underneath the. And they escape, and and Wang and fucking Mao Ying are getting off, and I love how she's all romantic, saying, "Oh, look at that! Doesn't it make you feel good?" And he has this look on his face, like, "Yeah, terrific," you know. But yeah, now Lopan, fucking Egg-Shen can go on his vacation now. I have killed Lopan. I promise myself a long vacation. It's like, well, why did he go to China? Back to the motherland? Well, China's in the heart. It's with me wherever I go, including the communism and the Great Leap Forward, which I'm not going to get into.
Ah.
And yeah, we get another the flirtation of the non-existent chemistry, and yeah, this is kind of funny, but not in the way that it's intended, where it's like, maybe you can come up to my place and help me find a title, and we get this nice little goodbye between them as well, and really shook the heavens of hell, didn't we? And it's like, no bullshit, no horse shit, Jack, no horse shit way.
Another little callback to what it was originally slated as a cowboy movie is he's got the saddlebag as he's fucking carrying it out there. So
He'll be back after he pays Jabba.
oh no, Jesus.
Yeah, and she's all fucking for him now. She's willing to go on the fucking road with him if he gets a little
Yeah, man, she's
compartment
all
with a
lit up.
bedroom for him to shag in occasionally. And he seems like he's almost considering it, but he's like, nah, I've had way too much bad experience with fucking hot-headed women, feisty women. Yeah, because at the end of the day, I rub people the wrong way.
Yeah, but this is Jack's route. He's going to come back this way and rub her the right way and the wrong way a bunch of times before they get sick of each other. These two are going to cross paths again if he survives his encounter with Chewbacca coming up.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Pillars of Heaven. I do apologize, but yeah, they even say, "Are you going to kiss her?" And it's like, no.
Good for you, Jack. Good for you. No
Like a weird
compromise.
moment there. Yeah, I
Yeah,
like
compromise.
that choice.
Yeah, to be honest, though, because it would be against his fucking character. It would. So yeah.
Oh, this
let me get
ending
that
is
fucking
so
last one.
damn cool. Very Twilight Zone.
Yeah. So
Yes,
just remember
yes.
what old Jack Burden does when the earth quakes and the poison arrows fall from the sky and the pillars of heaven shake. Yeah, Jack Burden just looks that big old storm right in the eye, square in the eye, and says, "Give me your best shot, pal. I can take it." And this is kind of one that he does actually mean, because he has done it. He's done it this time. He's not just fucking showboating or just running his mouth over some bullshit. But then the hairy ball sack comes out and it ends. And we got the fucking awesomely awful but still awesome Big Trouble in Little China theme song by John Carpenter and his band, the Coop-de-Villes. So yeah. And if you ever get a chance, watch one of Enzo's karaoke streams where I did a very fucking great job murdering it. I do apologize. So if that's, don't watch it, you know. But fucking hell, what a movie. Just unapologetically fun, unapologetically ridiculous, but with a great cast that really sell the ridiculous material. So yeah. Now we come to the part where we talk about our favorite main characters, our favorite supporting characters, and favorite quotes, and maybe favorite moment. Who knows? But yeah. So since the two main characters are Jack Burton and Wang, so obviously, which one do you prefer? It's for me, it's going to be Jack Burton. I love Wang. I love how innocent and likable and that youthful sort of energy he has. But it's Kurt Russell. Come on, as Jack Burton, he's going to win that. So Lord Toxic.
I mean, look, how could it be anybody but Jack? I mean, it just, I mean, you might have done better asking who's your favorite non-Jack Burton character. You know, and if you were to ask me that, I'd probably say Lo Pan, just because of the incredible performance and the, you know, the dual role and stuff like that. It's still one of my favorite villains of all time, especially in a supernatural thing. But I mean, of course, it's Jack, you know, like clearly.
Yeah. Hey, sad man. Hey, you're back, man. Where'd you go? Do you have problems? Problems with your internet?
What happened there? No idea what happened. It just kind of like slung me out, and I just couldn't get back in.
I thought it was something we said. I was like, oh, okay.
I know.
You sent a rather risque meme.
You know, I will take your advice on this as well, because Jack's going to be an obvious winner anyway. So we'll go for non-Jack characters. So since Toxic had already mentioned, I will go for maybe Egg Shen. You know, just to add a bit of variety, because he does still add a lot of weight, despite his very unconventional appearance. You know, he still comes across like someone who's been through it all and seen through it all, and who's seen it all, everything. And even when he's given lines that are basically exposition dubs, he still sells it. It's kind of like Bernard Lee in the James Bond movies, where he's there to fill in exposition, but he still sells it with this kind of this gravitas. So I'll go for Egg Shen there. Kung Fu Hot Dog, favorite non-Jack Burton character.
That's got to be James Hong as Lo Pan, because he was in A-Team. He was good in that.
Indeed.
Yeah. So he was just an hilariously bad villain, but Hong had so much fun playing him that you kind of forgive it. And he's just, like you said, right up there with Mr. McClane. I'm going to count to 3. So yeah, he's definitely up there with
that was a really, really good Hans Gruber impression. Well played, my friend. Well played.
Reminding you to take the pork chops out of the refrigerator.
Damn, he was a good one too. Is that some British thing you guys can all do? Alan Rickman? Is that what's going on?
I'm going to ask. I'm going to go all the way around Hull and see if they can do a fucking Alan Rickman accent. I'm going to avoid anyone under 25, because I'm going to get a shitload of like, is he a TikToker or something? But no, I mean, no. Admiral Teague, favorite non-Jack Burton character.
Let's go with, how about Gracie Law?
Yeah,
like, I like looking at her. She's hot. She's plucky. She's like a non-boring female character. We objectify her a lot in that weird Padme outfit that we put her into. We're gonna hit her with a velvet whip. These are the kind of things I go to the movie to see.
Yeah, remember, she was also Lassie as well.
Oh, yes. What do they call her, Lassie? Oh, you'll see.
You know what? That film gets fucking shit. I like Porky's. I think it's hilarious. I mean,
it's great. No, it's a great.
Sequel's a week, but I love the first one. It cracks me up. It just kills
Dice
me.
Clay.
Yeah. So Inside Man, favorite non-Jack Burton character.
I think it's going to have to be Wang.
Yeah, he's likable. He's a likable character.
I really like him. Yeah, he is. Yeah,
I mean, listen, there's no surprise, Inside Man. We all know you really like Wang.
I love Wang.
He does, and he loves Wang as well.
I adore Wang.
All right, guy.
You gotta love a bit. You gotta love a bit of Wang.
Yeah.
Well, they can pay for it with Vietnamese dong. When I use my dong to buy Wang, that's when I feel like I'm really as erect as I can be in my pursuit, is for lack of a better term.
I make sure to let the girlfriend know when it's Wang Chung time. I'm like, it's Wang Chung tonight, baby. And she's like, all right, that's fine. I've got 3 minutes. I'm like, nah.
Everybody have fun tonight.
It's only 2 minutes, baby. We're gonna skip the foreplay.
Yeah. Yeah, we need Lorne as well to host when someone sings that song. So obviously, yeah, favorite. We've already done the favorite non-Jack Burton character. So let's go on to favorite quote. And yeah, it's so hard because there's just so many
Oh,
fucking great
God.
quotes. Everything. It's just. It's got to be the. I think it's one that doesn't get much mentioned, and that is, "You really expect me to swallow this 2,000 years to find a broad? You must be doing something seriously wrong." I mean, it just cracks me up. It really does. I mean, it's because yeah, if someone says that shit, an average guy's going to act like that. You're going to think you're fucking crackers, mate. So, Lord Toxic favorite quote, which is I know it's a
Oh
challenge. but please
man.
try.
Oh god, you're really putting it to me here. Fuck, dude. There is so
Payback for trivia. Payback for trivia.
Yeah, I know. I'm such a bastard. Fuck, man. You know, there's so many. I guess one that I just come back to over and over again that it's the just because it's so random is when they're in the thing and he's tapping the elevator thing with his knife and he's like hollow, fuck it, and he fucking cuts it open is probably one of my best. Or the all right, Wang, I won't lose faith. Let's just chew our way out. Like, I really love that. I mean, really anything out of Kurt Russell, aka Jack Burton, aka Timo Han Solo's fucking mouth in this film is a fucking banger. I mean, there's nothing. I mean, like I said, I would happily read a book of Jack Burtonisms, just nothing but Jack Burton quotes and Jack Burton, like how to live your life like Jack Burton, because everything out of his mouth is solid fucking gold. So those two probably stick out in my mind the most.
Yeah, cheers for that, Toxic. Favorite quote, hot dog.
If I'm not back by dawn, call the president.
Yeah, I love it.
That's it.
Oh, that's a quote. Yeah. Admiral Teague, favorite quote.
Are there any words in the verbalization when he sees the floating head and just oh, come on, like that is my favorite verbalization of the movie. I don't know if you can call it a quote. There are words of sorts in there somewhere, but he's just incredibly frustrated and at the end of the rope, and also like beyond the point of being scared anymore. It's like, I've killed weirder things than this already today. So that is the quote.
Thank you. Inside Man, favorite quote.
I actually have to agree with Kung Fu Hot Dog. That's my favorite line.
Oh,
it's a terrific line. I love it. Absolutely love it. Yeah, I'm not back by dawn. Call the president.
It's so
brilliant.
quotable. I mean, John
It's
Carpenter
brilliant.
must have. Who wrote the movies? Let's have a look. It was a few writers. I mean, it wasn't John Carpenter, was it?
I do think John Carpenter, unless I'm mistaken, if I remember the DVD commentary correctly, I think he gave Kurt Russell pretty wide berth with improving a lot of his lines. I could be wrong, but I don't think that I am.
That DVD commentary is hilarious, by the way. Oh my god!
Oh yeah,
yo, it's just genius.
Hey, Luke, I'm so sorry, guys. I really wanted to get all the way to the end of this, but I am like less than an hour out.
Oh my god!
I gotta go. I hope to see you guys Thursday, next Thursday. Maybe you guys can hop on my stream. I don't know how much Luke pays you, but I can probably double it. So, and if it's nothing, I can definitely double it.
We'll just make it 2 pizzas in my case, and we're all squared.
We're done. Done deal. Say less, my friend. Say less. Hey, Luke, thank you so much for having me on for this. This is a great way to start my weekend. I probably might fucking watch this again. I may have this on the TV tonight. I don't give a shit. I'll put it on. It's been on like 3 days straight. I may pop it on again. I don't care. But thank you so much for having me. And like I said, we really shook the fucking pillars of heaven, didn't we? Didn't we, Luke?
No horseshit, Toxic.
All right. Later, guys.
See you, mate.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, it's God, man. I don't think there's anything else I can say about this film that we have said. So I will go on to the final overall opinion. So yeah, it's a hell of a good time. Very quotable, great performances, especially from Kurt Russell and Dennis Dunn, and everyone is so fun to watch, and great. I love the visuals, everything. It's got this great. It's great. It's very energetic. It's very fast paced. Even though the dialogue can be a bit expositional, but at least they don't drag it out and kill the pace of this movie. So yeah, Big Trouble is big fun. It is. So yeah. So final opinion on Big Trouble in Little China, Inside Man.
Do you know, it's funny, you mentioned about the pace of it, and the exposition and
Got it, hot
all of
dog, got
that.
it. Yeah.
This is worth a lot of money, by the way. Now this steel book, if you pay for it now, it's like over. It's between
Wow.
60 to £100. And
Wow. Oh my God.
I paid 20 quid for this a few years ago. I think I bought it in lockdown.
Yeah.
So yeah, glad I held on to it.
Nice.
Look at that. What a cover.
Yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it?
Mm.
Sorry to cut you there inside. Sorry,
That's,
dude.
no, that's all right, mate. But I think, with the exposition in this, it doesn't really feel like it's, it's part of this is actually part of the story. This is part of the fun of the movie, the way the exposition is done. You won't ever see it done with as much kind of tongue in cheek as you see in this movie. You won't see it done like this. There's nobody could pull this off again. But I just, whenever I think about this movie, when the first time I saw it, I thought, to seeing it just recently, again on both occasions, what struck me was, my God, they must have had an absolute riot making this movie. It must have been the most fun to make, and I can't think of another movie that you can kind of draw that from, that you can kind of feel the fun coming out of the movie. It's an amazing film. It is an amazing film. I've now only seen this 3 times, so I've only given it two extra watches. Yeah, I think it's time that I started watching this and appreciating this a lot more than maybe I did. I love it. I do love it.
Yeah, Critical Drink was he did like a 2-hour stream on it with Mauler, and yeah, it's one of those ones that they couldn't slip up on the quotes either. Actually, which is great.
Yeah, I watched it. I actually watched it when I was making notes as well to see if
Yeah,
there's
it's
anything
really
else on it
good.
I missed, and
so you were cribbing Critical Drinker, were you?
I was just a little bit while I was there watching the movie. So, yeah.
Maybe no one will notice. He's not that prominent.
Yeah, who is this critical? Who is this political blinker?
Critical?
Blinker.
Who is this political blinker? Who is this Ned Leotic or this Mora?
Mora.
Mora.
Who is Mora?
Is he a Star Wars cosplayer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, final opinion on Big Trouble in Little China, Admiral Teague.
Oh, come on. This is a banging movie. It was worth every dime of the $4 I paid to see this on the 4th of July weekend in 1986 when it came out. It's fun. It's everything you go to a good, fun movie to see. And one thing that I think gets lost is this movie didn't make a lot of money because the licensing that got most of us to see it the most times, that where we went from this is a movie we saw and enjoyed to this is a movie we love and worship, is this movie does like a whole summer of like getting shown at least once a day on HBO. At least this and They Live. So John Carpenter, God love him, he never makes the money he's supposed to make, but everything he does becomes a mainstay of our life at home, watching TV, bringing like super high quality cinema to our TVs in an action movie format like this. And I love it. And like I said, like a lot of Star Wars and Indiana Jones stuff going into what happens with Jack Burton. Great movie. 5 out of 5 as far as accomplishing all of its goals. It's a really fun movie. It's as good as Commando.
No horseshit, Admiral Teague. No horseshit.
High praise, right? Good as Commando.
Oh man, I can't fucking disagree with you. I really can't. Somehow
Wrong.
the flaws in this movie make it better. I don't know how a movie does that, but it does it. I mean, John Carpenter really, he really shook the pillars of heaven with this fucking movie. He really did. And so yeah, that is all. That is our overall opinion. Now to promote Kung Fu Hot Dog, anything you want to promote at the moment?
Just released a video today regarding the Street Fighter film and why we shouldn't be worried about the live action adaptation of The Reboot Part 2. So check it out. A fun time making it. And I think the highest rating video I had this week was something I did during the week. I can't remember what video it was now, but I did the Punisher One Last Ill review. That's probably one of the funniest things I've done in ages, actually. And I had a really good time. So it had some of the craziest edits I've done in that video. So go along and watch and give it a bit of a boost in views.
Yeah, I'll try and watch that later. I love watching your videos. They're always very funny. I've watched your reaction to the Met Gala as well. And I watched your reaction to the Met Gala, and fuck me, God, it just makes me
God, Jesus, I ripped
would
into that one. Yeah, Rachel Zegler got off the chopping block on that one. God damn, man.
Oh, man, yeah.
When
So
you get to
Inside
New
Man,
York, we're
anything
going to
you
the
want
Met.
to... Yeah, Admiral, yeah. Inside Man, anything you want to promote?
Well, on Tuesday on Losers Lounge, we are doing the Elephant Man.
Yeah. I'm not a monster, okay?
Yeah,
That
so
is
we
a
didn't.
good movie. Absolute
Yeah.
belter of the movie. Fucking hell, it's a tearjerker. It really is.
It really is, yeah. It's a real kick in the balls. But
Yeah.
on this coming Sunday on Rebel Rose's channel, myself, Rebel Rose, Proctophile, I believe Jay Goodwin as well. We're going to be talking about Princess Bride and other fantasy movies of that ilk. So
I love Princess Bride. I watched it a couple of weeks ago with the wife. I mean, we just love watching that movie together. It's
it's
such a
brilliant.
fun
It is
movie. It really
brilliant. It is brilliant.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Liar. Great fucking lines. It's like,
Yeah.
So yeah, Admiral Teague, anything you want to promote?
Okay, so I'm Admiral Teague. I just made a video for the movie Fury, and it turned out it's a little bit unpopular of an opinion, but the video is doing pretty
Whoa.
well. Watch it and rage at me if you want. Tell me what an idiot I am. It's a 13-minute video. It's only got one freaking commercial in it. It's a full-on video essay. It's got like parts pulled from 6 different war movies and The Natural, and I put together my case about why the movie Fury is just, it's a fun action movie, but it's just too flawed with a terrible, terrible, terrible story. And that's not getting me a lot of love, but people are watching it. So please check it out. It's on my channel. And if you want to sub to my channel, I would love to have you around. We do Star Trek reviews every Saturday night in Freedom Time in America at 9 p.m. Freedom Time.
Yeah, if you're not pissing people off just for giving an opinion, something that you actually are passionate about, then you're not doing your job as a YouTuber. So yeah,
I'll take the L on this one as far as people don't agree with my opinion. I stood by it. I bought the receipts, and I was like, "This is not historically accurate. This attack on the tiger is stupid, etc." I won't give away my whole theory, but the video essay shows everything. And there's a lot of stuff in Fury you can't talk about, because that movie, when I say there's a lot of dark distractions, there's a lot of dark shit in Fury that you can't, the symbols and stuff. It's a tough movie to make a video about.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much for that.
Thank you.
Yeah, and that is the end of our show. And yes, I didn't have an intro in this stream because I'm currently trying to cook up another one. I may be doing outro if I get chance. But everyone, thank you for joining me, Mr. E, Joshua Floors, David Dredd, Shut Up Matt, Cosmicky Holder, and who else? Of course, I don't want to miss anyone out. I really don't. I forgot to put my glasses on, so I'm a little short-sighted, but I can still make out. Mr. Press47, thank you very much. Daft Plato as well, very, very smart bastard as well. I'd love to get you on a stream one day for something like the death of Stalin, maybe, because that's an absolute blast, that movie.
That's a good one,
it is. Yeah. Very historically accurate, even despite its weird sort of comedic take on the events, but I still love it. So if there's anyone I did miss out, I do apologize, but I will have to leave you now. So whether you beautiful bastards are Northern English or not, thanks for watching. But right now, that's us done, and we're off to the pub because it's fucking Friday night. Enjoy your weekend, you beautiful infidel bastards. Stay infidel and proud, okay?